Hello. And just before we begin, just to let you know that there may be some sawing and building work sounds in the background today because we're having some building work done, so apologies, but it should only be on occasion. Anyway, let's jump in.
Restaurants one's Michelin starred.
Holy shit.
But I haven't been. But my supervisor was like, yeah, get a cheap one. I was like, okay.
Yes, boss. We went to Windermere, we went to Grasmere, we went to Bowness, we went to... What was the one with all the dogs?
Dogmere.
That was Coniston.
Coniston. So many
Okay.
fucking dogs.
Doggos.
We went to Wastwater. We went to
Oh, what's
Ennerdale.
Annadale.
And
Yeah.
Ennerdale.
Oh, okay.
It's alright. I made that joke too, and then I got told off because they were like, "That's a pathetic joke."
Did they actually?
In a jokey way.
Anyway,
Anja, there was a single mouldy grape in my fruit salad. I don't know what to think about it.
Well, don't eat the rest of the fruit
That's
salad.
the lucky grape.
But the rest of it looks fine.
I had a mouldy lolly the other day.
That doesn't exist. You made that up.
It was like, it was a yellow lolly, right? Just a yellow like ice pop. But then at the bottom it had all these like black bits over it. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not eating that.
How can something frozen go mouldy?
I don't know.
Maybe it was made of mouldy lemons, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
How many real lemons do you think go into an
I
ice pop,
thought
Kieran?
it was like a fancy ice pop, yeah?
It was weird. Anyway, is everyone ready to begin?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so in the last session of Curse of Strahd, it was 2 weeks ago now, so I have to remember what's happening. You began atop Piesta Hill as Farrah had placed the red life gem into the ground, which caused the aberration bear to take form and engage all of you in single combat. The creature was hard to put down, but with a final strike from Cal, the awful bear exploded after being exposed to the moonlight of Ilestria. You then witnessed the great Gulthias tree transform from a cursed, rotted greatwood to a much more picturesque example of nature as it blossomed with green leaves. You then travelled back to the Martikov camp and rested for the evening, sharing a toast on a promise that you would end Strahd von Zarovich's reign. In the morning, you travelled north to Raven River Crossroads, where you met with the Dusk Elves and they agreed to help ferry the rest of your party to Argynvost'Ra. After saying your goodbyes, you headed south and began your journey to locate the Amber Temple, somewhere deep within Mount Gakis. After travelling for an hour or so, you came across a set of footprints which led you to an abandoned campsite, where the scene of some bloody murder had taken place. Within the snow, you spotted what looked like a giant hoof print of some kind of goat-like creature. You decided it best to stick to the path. Eventually, you arrived within a set of woods, where you came across a number of monuments marked as beacons by the Order of the Silver Dragon. Following them, eventually, you were led to an opening, where you were ambushed by a number of snow golems. However, you managed to swiftly defeat them, and find the next beacon atop a rocky mound. And that is where we begin our session. So let me quickly just move you over to this.
I remember. Ilkaas was standing on top of it, pointing, wasn't he?
Yes, he was indeed. And currently, let me just read something. So you are currently standing around, or if you're in Ilkaas' case, atop a small mound at the heart of a chill, opaque mist. And Ilkaas, you can see that this obelisk, this beacon, is now pointing north 100 feet to where you can see another beacon not far from the party. I assume you would make haste and follow it?
Yeah, it's just pointing.
Yeah, if we're gonna still follow them, then yeah.
Okay, so as you make your way through the heavy snow and through the woods, with wind blowing in your face and the sound of ice-packed snow crunching under feet, it's a calm but quiet atmosphere within this dark forest.
Uh-oh.
And eventually,
Uh-oh.
you are led to the... fuck's sake.
Yep.
Have to deal with that drilling all night. It'll be really annoying.
I feel like I need to get started.
I'm going to quickly shut my windows to see if it helps a little bit.
Like, the only way that a single moldy grape makes sense is if they put it in here separately.
No, sometimes they just go a bit mouldy, right? Like, sometimes you get like a bag of oranges and one of them just like, nah.
One of them's had enough.
Yeah.
So you think I'm alright, George?
Well, yeah.
I think you're safe.
That was not welcome, yeah. But fuck.
I think you're safe, Tom.
Alright, if Lewis had a moldy ice pop once, so
yeah,
I trust
exactly, yeah. Well, I didn't eat it, but, you know.
Ah!
Anyway, you make your way through the calm forest, and eventually you arrive at the second beacon, which points further sort of more to the northeast this time. And eventually, following that one, you are led to what looks like the exit from the forest almost, lies in plain sight. And it branches off, but there's once you exit the forest, there's no sign of any path, and you're not exactly sure which even direction you're facing. However, where the obelisk pointed to, it points to another part of an obelisk that you can all of you can see that lies in plain sight. And part of this obelisk, though, has broken off, and it's fallen from the forest floor, and you can see it's fallen all the way to what looks like sort of an outcropping ledge, maybe halfway down a rocky chasm, maybe 100 feet deep.
Fuck.
Well,
So does that mean it doesn't have the direction and such?
You can't see it, no.
Wait, how big is this chasm?
It is maybe 10 feet across, and it seems to... you can see about 100 feet down.
Yeah. Ilkaas is just gonna get his wings out and fly across.
Okay.
Great.
I will say that you do not know which direction you're going in. You've just emerged from a woods, so it would be like stepping out from a forest and having no idea where you are.
I mean, we'd do that anyway, though.
But with the obelisks, it might give you a better idea where the path might be.
I'm trying to remember. I've still got it in my inventory, but I have some memory of didn't I give someone my ring of feather falling?
no.
Anyone else remember that?
I think
No,
you
that was
officially-
no, that was me talking about it at dinner.
I kept it in the end.
I think so.
Okay. Well, if we decide to do anything crazy risky, it might be worth Meadhan doing it just so that he, I don't know, finds out what's at the bottom.
I think
I have 50 feet of rope.
if we wait an hour, fly.
Yeah, Ilkaas would hold the rope at the other side if you threw it across to him.
Ilkaas holding the rope. What's his strength?
12.
Would Ilkaas not fly down?
No way, mate. You can't see the end, right?
Like I said, you can probably see the ground about 100 feet down, it looks like. About 100 feet deep.
Doesn't really see any reason to go down now.
You can see that there is part of the obelisk has broken off and fallen from the forest floor onto an outcropping ledge about halfway down this rocky chasm, about 50 feet down.
Halfway down. Okay.
Oh, then he would fly down.
Yeah. So we might, if we can figure out, if we can like repair it, put it back where it was, we can then figure out which way it would have been pointing, I guess.
You definitely could. Okay, so Ilkaas is going to fly his way down, and with ease you might have found that this might have been a much more difficult journey without a character who, without a friend who could summon spectral wings from his back. As you can see, Ilkaas, along the way, that it certainly looks like a sheer cliff face. It does not look like, without a climber's kit, this would not be an easy climb. But you quickly lower yourself, your spectral dragon wings made of silver, slowly bringing you down to a height where you can easily get to the point of this ledge about halfway down.
Yeah, he just looks around and he's like, "Aren't you coming?"
You can all hear Ilkaas's voice just sort of echoing up this chasm.
I don't possess the same gift you do.
Oh.
Not unless it's important, Ilkaas. Which direction does it say?
Well, you currently pick up the, if you were to pick up the sigil, Ilkaas, I mean, you'd have to reattach it to the rest of it to be able to see exactly what direction. But you can see that it is preserved. If you were to sort of reattach it, it would give you an idea of what direction the path might be back on.
Okay, so I guess he'd just fly back up and put it on.
Mm-hmm. And with doing that, you can see that the path, the sigil, points eastward.
Okay, it looks like it's going east. Whatever way that is.
Okay.
Alright. Let's go east.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
You can manifest wings. How long do they last?
1 minute, I think.
Don't know, you made it up, didn't you?
Let's have a look. It's in my notes. Argynvost'Ra. Mention. Propaganda. $10 minutes it lasts for, and it can only be used once per day.
Yeah, so that's him done.
Okey-doke. So, you begin to make your way east, following this trail of obelisks on your way. And eventually, any of the snow-topped trees that remain on the edge of this forest grow thinner and thinner, and the path begins to become apparent. As you trudge forward, you make sure to look downwards in case you unknowingly tread on something dangerous. However, as each of you look down, the white-covered snow suddenly becomes much darker, as a huge shadow overhead blots out most of the dim light that creeps through the thick layer of cloud above. The shadow moves slowly across the ground, like something is gliding above the clouds. It doesn't look too dissimilar to that of the cloud of thousands of bats that you saw when you were passing through the woods north and before you part ways with your companions at Raven River Crossroads. Whoever wants to, can you make a perception check for me?
Oh yeah.
Natural 20, nice. Okay, Farrah, you do notice that the shape of this shadow almost looks like it's moving from this sort of, before what you saw like this cloud of bats, like a shadow. It almost looks like it's forming into the shape of maybe some kind of bird-like creature. You're not sure exactly what.
She would mention that to people.
As in the formation of the bats?
Yes, precisely.
Okay.
I assume we haven't seen him do that before.
You've seen a cloud of bats that created a shadow on the ground that wasn't too dissimilar to what you're witnessing now, but with a natural 20, it's like it's hard to see through the clouds. This shadow is almost hanging above the clouds themselves, so you can't actually see the bats themselves currently, but the shadow it creates is not dissimilar in terms of its size. And from your natural 20, you can almost make out the shape of almost like looking like some kind of huge bird.
Okay. So it's not the bats making up the shape then?
You have no idea. It's above the clouds. The shadow itself looks not dissimilar to the bats you saw when you were walking north to Raven River Crossroads before you headed south on your path towards the Amber Temple.
So it's not necessarily bats, so it could be some other large flock of God knows what.
Possibly, yeah. Currently, it just looks a shadow above the clouds.
And it's just heading in like one straight line. It doesn't seem to change course at any point.
Yeah.
What's the land like around us?
Currently, the trees have run much thinner. It's much more of like an open plains, like a tundra. But there is quite now, with following these obelisks, you eventually have arrived at, whilst it's a tundra, there's definitely like a clear open path where it's more rocky. With kind of like outcrops from the ground and whatnot of stone.
Okay. I say we keep moving.
Okay.
Is it following us? Is it going the direction we're going?
It's just heading straight north currently.
Is that where we're going?
You would be heading more like northeast along this path. It's really hard to hear you when you've got that sore.
I know. I'm trying not to talk while I go. But it's hard.
Okay, so you follow the path alongward. This shadow moving on overhead, passing you by, and your journey brings you to a snowy, mile-long ridge that overlooks the fog-shrouded Svalich Woods to the south of the Lunar Lake. Its tall, rocky bluffs are carved with deep gouges, each half the width of a man's torso. The high mountainside on your east protects you from the worst of the weather here, and you get to each appreciate like a brief, serene moment. The cold is much stronger here. It barrages your senses. How do each of you react?
Imagine. Sorry, go on.
There you go. She just
Just
shivered.
imagine Nigel and Meadhan are okay because.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So Nigel's just probably just like fanning himself, like. Whew.
Yeah, it almost just feels like a spring, like leisurely, like it's like a harsh wind, but it's not to you, Nigel. It doesn't. You don't feel the cold whatsoever.
I imagine Ilkaas, Meadhan, and Nigel standing around like, yeah, wearing shorts in the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigel and
Yeah,
Meadhan are just looking at each other and just shrugging, like, I don't know.
Meadhan would probably try to like. Who would he be closer to at this point? He'd probably try and help, I guess, Farrah. Sort of give her like rub her shoulders, be like, try and keep her warm.
No. Yeah.
What about you, Cal?
I feel like Cal's the only fucking one apart from Farrah. Because surely the crystal doesn't. I don't know if the crystal feels the cold.
Definitely not.
Does a crystal shiver?
I think she would feel
Yeah.
cold to the
Well,
touch,
Tom.
but the crystal herself feels no such trifling things as weather.
Yeah, I think Cal would be trying to put a brave face on, especially as Meadhan goes to like warm Farrah up. He's just there like, I'm fine, and
Well, yeah.
gritting his
Yeah.
teeth and
Flame
clenching
out,
his fists
so-
and walking along.
In that,
We got
if he,
crystal.
would Nigel see him doing that?
What, trying to put a brave face on it?
Yeah, being
Yeah?
freezing. He'd probably come over and just like pick him up, try and pick him up like a baby and like wrap him in his coat.
Yeah. Cal wouldn't
Would you
resist. But...
accept that?
Yeah,
Really?
he wouldn't resist, but he'd be very like stiff. He'd be like, "Ugh."
Nigel's like, shush, shush, shush. I warm you.
Cal doesn't say anything.
Farrah's got the produce flame out as well. So she's just trying to warm up with that. And she'll encourage Cal to come over when he's done with Nigel.
When Nigel's done with him, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to do any kind of strength check to see if I can pick him? No, I suppose.
No, Nigel's got 20 strength. Like he's a beast. Like this. I don't think there's any concern.
Even if
about
Cal was resisting.
it would be very
Good luck.
difficult. Yeah. Do a perception check for me, Cal and Nigel. Okay, Cal you're definitely more distracted as Nigel is cradling you within his
I'm
arm.
motorboating him.
Yeah, trying to keep you safe from the warm like a mother would to her child. But Nigel, you're with your father-in-law in tow, who is still with you, I will remind you.
Oh yeah.
Still manacled and
Does
dragged.
it go? Jesus.
Oh yeah.
Still manacled, dragged behind you. You can see that his hands are practically blue behind you.
Give a shit.
However, you can see that Casimir is still with the party, and he seems completely unaffected by the cold, as he indicated before that he seemed to have some kind of magic ring that protected him from its harm. But as he's walking ahead, Nigel, you do look down at the kind of the like footprints within the snow, and you see ahead. You kind of look upwards through the snow and through the wind and the snowfall, and you can see what looks like large hoof prints.
Uh-oh. Well, I don't like that, so I'll probably say something.
What do you say?
Guys, there are big hoof prints in the snow up ahead. What is that about?
Maybe you should put me down.
No, you warm now. He just like pat him on the back like a baby.
Does a little burp.
I will remind you, because I know it has been 2 weeks, so you found similar hoof prints at the camp previously that you found what looked like a murder scene.
With the gored wolf.
And the gored wolf as well. Yeah, that's correct. You found hoof prints both at the campsite and before the gored wolf itself. And I believe
Do these look about the same sort of size and shape?
It certainly do, yeah. And I will also remind that I believe it was Cal who rolled quite a good history check and told you about a legend he'd heard when sitting around a campfire with a hunter who told him about a legend of a demon goat known as Sangzor, which stalked the mountains of this region.
Yeah.
With this information, are you pushing on?
Probably keep an eye out.
I would go see if they're going into a particular direction I'm going to go.
I did not catch any of that, so if someone else wants to speak up. I think Hannah's probably going to be pretty quiet today, so unfortunately.
Well, I mean, they'll probably finish soonish once the sun starts going down, right?
Maybe, but it's Hannah's parents, so who knows?
Oh, I thought you had like work.
No, they're doing it themselves.
Oh.
If Farrah wants to look at what direction, do an investigation check for me, please, Farrah. They seem to be heading along the same direction as the path, in like a northeasterly direction, from what you can tell. Still heading along the same path that you would currently be heading in.
And this is definitely the direction that the obelisk pointed in.
Mm-hmm, it is. Cal would
Extricate himself from Nigel's wonderful chest. I think I think I'm warm now, Nigel.
You want to get down?
Yes, please.
Okay, and you would just drop him in the sand.
Well, we seem to have some decisions to make. We want to keep heading in the direction of potentially horrific legend. But equally, if we left the path, we have no other guidance. Unless you think you could direct us at all, Casimir?
I think this is the best path to find Solenka Pass. I do not know the way to it.
Wandering around in the snow doesn't seem particularly smart to me. Guess we head on?
I'll remind you, Farrah, just because you're typing the chat still, that... Where's my notes? On the path you found, when you originally found the obelisk said, it said, where is it? Beware the fury of the mountain's defenders, follow the dragon's gaze, and remain on the path.
Yeah, remain on the path.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you trudge on, and the path slowly winds upwards. And now it's the first time where you've really felt the steepness of your journey. And before much of it was flat ground, but now you can feel your legs begin to tire as you push on for maybe, let's say, where have I got you on the map so far? I will say the time currently is it's pretty early because you've, I think you had a rest and then you made your way in the morning, so it was probably about 7 a.m. because I imagine you would have got up at 6 based on your more recent behaviour. So I think you probably would push on maybe another hour and a half and just gradually climbing this ridge as things get colder and colder and windier, to the point where even those amongst you are resistant to cold. You're still having to sort of cover your eyes just because it's just this barragement of the weather on the senses. And as you slowly begin to climb up further, the white landscape before you that covers this ridge is suddenly broken as you see this huge black creature begins to make its way from behind a nearby cropping of rocks. Maybe, let me just have a look, probably about 150 feet maybe away from you. I will move you over to the next map.
Dark black creature.
If you want to place yourselves around here-ish for me.
I feel like that doesn't belong here, whatever it is.
Seems like the perfect place for it, Barovia.
I think he means snowy camouflage.
Yeah.
I said.
And I meant it.
This is why playing Boxley was fun.
Gonna give you,
I know where to fucking live.
I'm gonna give you one of you a light just because whilst it's definitely sort of limited vision, I think you'd definitely be able to see a certain way out. So let's give you maybe 150 feet, I reckon.
Damn. Did they change like the dim light stuff?
I
Dark
added a
vision.
setting on it called dimming, which makes it supposed to be a bit more realistic. Don't know if it.
Yeah, that looks so cool.
See, when I did that, it just fucked everything up.
Sorry, where am I
Oh,
going
now
to
it disappeared.
Oh, it's because I put a light on Nigel.
Down here, George.
be? Thank you.
I'm going to put. I don't know, maybe that doesn't work actually. I'll put a dim light on him instead of the bright light. Let's turn that off.
We're always making plans
150.
for Nigel.
I think that should be a bit better. Yeah, that's more like it.
Yeah.
I knew that was what you were waiting for.
Oh, I didn't change on this map. Okay, so you suddenly see this creature appear from this nearby cropping of rocks, and you can see the creature is huge. It's maybe the size of a mammoth, and it looks like a huge black goat.
Nah, fucking
It's-
doodle dandy.
Eyes are like a piercing white, and from here, Cal, you can make out that it has a third eye within the center of its head.
Ugh.
You can see that hot breath exudes from its nose. Could you please roll a stealth check for me?
Fucking Black Phillip, isn't it?
Black Phillip.
Stealth, you say? Jeez.
Sorry,
I'm
not
safe.
sure why I did that.
I'm out of
This
here.
ain't looking so good.
Oh wow. This is some. We got one. Yeah, it's definitely enough failures. You can see now this creature has 100% spotted you in the distance. Can we all please roll initiative? Let's get things started off. Let me check out Casimir quickly.
Oh, this is all
Devil
your
goat.
fault.
Whose fault?
Don't know.
Didn't do anything like that.
Wait, sorry, what were we rolling?
Initiative.
No!
Sorry, how much you love
Should have
combat,
been
aren't
stealthier.
I thought it was a nice llama.
Armor.
Incredible. Incredible.
Don't forget the dad, the stepdad, whatever, the dad-in-law.
you? Oh yeah, good shout.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck him out.
He can go first. In you go, fella.
Oh, great evil devil goat! We have brought you a tribute. Ugh.
Yeah, works for me.
Just my music. God, I feel so rusty at this at the moment. It was weird when you were
Do all
DM
the
properly
things.
in a few weeks. So,
What do you mean? Boxley was a proper character with proper goals.
it really was.
He was.
We should just get. I'm gonna kill off Ilkaas and you can play box. Leave the rest of the campaign.
Oh, hell yeah. It's like, you guys go sort it out, I'll have a ciggy.
Oh dear. To Casimir. I think that's everyone. So, at the top of the round, Farrah, you are up first. She is typing. Currently, I'll move it down a little bit. It would be up here. Yeah, it would be difficult to see just not because how much dark it is, but more because of how awful the weather is. Conjure animals. Okay, if you want to drag them out for me, please, Farrah. And then if you want to roll initiative for them.
We should have summoned other goats. See how it'd react. Oh.
Right. Cool, is that your turn, Farrah? Cool. Meadhan, it's your go.
Oh boy.
Oh, sorry, at the end of your turn, Farrah, he will use one of his legendary actions to move 40 feet.
Chew some grass.
Charging directly in your direction.
Damn.
Meadhan, it's
Quick.
your go. Sorry about that.
Yep, no worries. How sheer is this all up here?
I would say from like up to this point, it's like pretty steep. It would require an athletics check, but further along that is almost like sheer face up. This part is definitely sort of up to. I'll draw a little line for you.
I think I sort of see the level. And are these like trees or are they like thick shrubbery?
They would definitely be trees. They're like very
so
tall.
So it could go all along up there.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about 30 feet up from here to here.
And how big is this thing?
It's bigger than a tiger, I'll put it that much. It's very tall as well. It's taller than it is wide. It probably stands about 10... Oh, definitely not 30 feet tall. It's probably about 10 to 12 feet tall.
Yeah.
Maybe like 15 feet if you include the horns.
In case you couldn't tell where I was going with this. I think... Oh, could I? Should I? Wait, how far away is it now? Oh. Okay, let's try it. It's gonna shimmy forward. So, back here. Let's give him a try again. Gonna whip out pipes of, what was it, haunting?
Okay.
See if that does anything.
Go for it.
Where is it? There we go, pipes of haunting. Bonk. Bonk.
30 feet of you. It's DC 15 wisdom. So... I will say it does make this check with advantage, because I have advantage against being frightened.
Damn.
But it only gets
But
a
at least
6.
it's not immune.
It's not immune.
At least it's not immune
and
this time.
It does fail as well. But it does
Holy crap.
become...
I'm going to go reread it now it works. What do I do? What did I do? I don't know.
So I believe it just gets the frightened condition, which means it cannot move closer to you, Meadhan.
For 1 minute.
For 1 minute or until, but it can repeat the
Good little
same
while.
at the end of each of its turns.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. I don't think I can do anything. So yeah, from that then he'll probably just get back to the wall and only think about start climbing. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, he cannot move closer to Meadhan, technically. Would moving this way would still be away from Meadhan, though, right?
Like, as long as the distance doesn't get any smaller from me, then technically, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is he now currently? 25? Is that 20 or 25, depending where you want to go?
25, I'd say. No, 20, sorry, I'd say. To the edge of the table.
Yeah, as long as he stays more than 20 feet away from me.
I think he's just going to freeze in his spot. I think it's begun charging towards you, and then suddenly Meadhan has pulled out these pipes, and this beguiling tune, you see it sort of freezes up and kind of skids to a halt. So, yeah, that's certainly not going to use another legendary action to move. Nigel, it's your go.
Well, first of all, I'm gonna rage. Didn't we have a long rest, did you say?
Nope.
No, okay, that's alright, because I had one rage that ticked off already and I was very confused.
Yeah, no, you rested before the snow golem fight.
Oh, yeah. 2. Oh, the flump!
I think it is the
No, it's not. It's teleport.
Teleport. Ooh, okay. Right, well, Nigel will. He's gonna run up to this bad boy.
So you teleport 30 feet if you want to, with that rage.
I don't want to, thank you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna use Doomthorn's Wrath.
Dope.
First attack.
An 18 definitely hits, yeah.
18 damage.
Ouch. Let's check something. Okay, cool. 18 points of damage.
And second attack. Oh!
Fucking Nigel! It definitely
Yeah.
hits, yeah, with a 30. Casual 30.
I am going to
Uh-oh.
do that and invoke the name of Strahd and Doomthorn and do the extra 2d10
I
as
think
well.
it only does it to what does it say on it? I think it should say fiends and undead.
Oh yeah, it does.
But do you still want to use it based off that?
Is it a fiend or undead?
You don't know. It's
no,
up to
I
you.
won't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
The crit is good enough for me. What? Oh, fuck's sake. 13.
13 points of damage. Still a lot of damage though in total. Ouch, and you'd see Nigel move up and let out a huge slam as he swings Doomthorn's Wrath round into the side of this creature, and it lets out this awful noise like into the air. And at the end of Nigel's turn, it will use one of its legendary actions.
But he's gonna use teleport and boop, he's over
Okay.
here.
Yeah. And you see he tries to lash out at Nigel once he's leaving, but Nigel, completely gone in an instant. I'm not being able to reach him. The crystal, it is your go.
Crystal time. I'm thinking. I don't really want to go any closer. It's kind of scary, so I might just run out of my way. Is that mean? It's mean, but the crystal would be there. I'm going to just hide over here and ready an action of punching it if it comes near. Can I also do bonus action dodge?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Sweet, that's what I'll do.
We'll put that on you. The tigers. Roar. They're moving up and they're going to make
Second, boys.
their attacks. Ooh, a 10 misses, unfortunately. I don't believe so. I believe you moved 15 feet. Seven also misses as the tigers run up forward and try and bite down at Sangzor, but does not connect either times. At the end of the tiger's turn, it will take one of its legendary actions, and it will make a ram attack. Oh, don't know why that's with advantage, but rolled the same anyway. 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Helen, to this one, if you can take that off for me. Okay. Oh, you can't. My bad. I'll do it then. I think I've changed the token, so you should be able to now, hopefully. There we go. Sangzor's turn. Oops, I need to move him. Gets his legendary actions back. And then let me turn range. That's fine. Sangzor is going to make 2 attacks. Both with its gore attack. First at the one on the right. 18, which hits. 15 points of damage. And then the second attack on the same one. 17, and killing this particular tiger. And then at the end of its turn, it makes a wisdom save with advantage to see if it can break free of Meadhan's thing, and with a 19 it does. Where's the little symbol?
Trying to remember,
Okay.
Frighten's the one that become immune to once you've broken out of it, right?
Only if it says so.
It does say it, unfortunately.
Okay.
A creature that succeeds on the same row is immediately immune to the effects of the fight for 24 hours.
Nice.
Okay, Ilkaas, it is your go.
Do not want to stand near the edge. He is going to cast behind it, so in a 5-foot radius sphere,
Yep.
Sinalac Snowball Storm.
Oh, yes.
But he is going to do it with fire instead because he assumes this thing is resistant to the cold because it lives here.
Okay. What does that do? I can't remember.
Well, I don't think we've used it.
Oh, yeah.
Because he said I could change one because I didn't realise it existed.
That's fine.
I
did read it, but then I completely forgot about it like 5 seconds later.
It
just does a load of damage, right?
Yeah, so instead of snowballs, like fireballs erupt from the ground, each creature in a 5-foot radius sphere, which he's going to do behind it.
Yeah.
Must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. An 11.
It fails.
These like holes melting all of a sudden, and then suddenly.
Ooh.
So, 16 fire damage.
17, right? With the cold. Oh wait, that's the cold elemental thing.
For some reason I can't add 14 and 3, so yeah, 17.
Okay. Ooh. Is that your turn, Ilkaas?
Yes.
Okay, at the end of your turn, Sangzor will use all 3 of its legendary actions to use its Unnerve feature, which is going to target Meadhan with any creature within 30 feet. Can you please make a Wisdom saving throw, please, Meadhan?
When we get a good look.
Is Stefan super quiet for anyone else?
Yeah, he is for me as well, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
A 12 is a failure. You are paralyzed until the end of Sangzor's next turn.
Shit.
Casimir's go. Casimir is going to cast Misty Step as a bonus action, moving here, and is going to teleport up to here, 30 feet up, and then it's going to move another 25 feet to here, and then he is going to firebolt at that bastard. 22, nice. 13 points of fire damage. That is his turn. Cal, it's your go.
Ow. Shit. Cal is going to bonus action activate the scimitar. No, he's not. He's going to bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Oh yeah.
On McGoat. And can only get to here. Be behind the tiger. It's gonna go here. In front of Meadhan. So bonus action Hunter's Mark. Just checking. Oh, that's a bonus action. Gee. Yeah, let's fucking try it. He casts Hunter's Mark on it. And then as he walks over to stand in front of Meadhan, he gives him a slightly sorrowful look because Meadhan's paralyzed. And he says, I'll take a leaf out of your book, and he points his scimitar at the creature, and in Elestrade's name, be gone! And he is going to channel Divinity, Abjure Enemy.
Ooh, shit, what does that do?
As an action, you can choose one creature within 60 feet of you that you can see to make a Wisdom saving throw. It's only 13. Fiends and undead have disadvantage on this saving throw.
Oh, shit.
On a failure, the creature is frightened and its speed is reduced to 0 for 1 minute or until it takes any damage.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Disadvantage because this is a fiend.
Hey.
9 does fail.
Yep. So it probably won't be like this way for long, but it's frightened and its speed is reduced to 0.
Okey-doke. Farrah, it's your go.
Does Cal say not to hit it?
Yeah. He'll call out. Yeah. He'll say. Hang on, let me check something. Yeah. Yeah, he'll say, if you strike it, it will be free to move once more.
Okay. Well, while my stupid page loads, Farrah will lesser restoration on Meadhan.
Ooh, shit, nice.
Nice.
No longer paralyzed.
Bring him from the effect. Is that your turn, Farrah?
Well, yeah, I got to move up and do it, but yeah.
I did it for you, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Meadhan, who is no longer paralyzed.
Hey. Great timing. Gives you a nod. Thanks, Mercy. Well, didn't have much of a plank, so I didn't think I was gonna bother. We don't want to attack it with me. You said it was 30 feet up, didn't you?
Yes.
Jab.
still very quiet, Steph.
Sorry, I'm mumbling. Let's do that. Yeah, he's going to try and climb up here.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah, with ease, Meadhan, you start climbing up. You can start climbing it. It's half movement whilst you're climbing something. So you could get about
half again.
15 feet up.
Oh, my, 20.
Oh, you got Barbarian, so yeah, 20 feet up.
Yep, we.
Unless you wanted to dash.
I was going to say, would that have been the action?
No, not at all. No.
Okay, yeah. Could I dash then?
Yeah, you could definitely dash to get up there if you wanted to.
Cool. Then that'd be pretty much it.
Yep.
For now. Yep.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Nigel.
Yes. Well, it worked pretty well before, so I'm gonna do the same thing again.
Okie doke.
Run in. And same thing again. Because
Doomethorn's
it
Wrath.
worked. Yep.
And it definitely hits.
14.
10 points of damage. Second attack. Hits again.
27. 18.
God. 2 huge hits. However, that does end the frightened effect, doesn't it, Tom?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, sorry.
It's fine, we're gonna have to hit him at some point.
I think it was probably worth it for that much damage.
Yeah.
And Nigel's gonna boop up over here.
Okie doke.
And that's me.
The crystal, it is your go.
Well, that's a good question. Maybe I'll run in and punch it. Yeah, I better run in and punch it, better not.
Punching.
Let's go between these two little boys. The dead one and the one. Is it dead? What's happened to it?
Yeah, it's dead.
Aww. Yeah, let's punch him.
Okie doke.
Okay.
12 just misses.
There.
A natural 20 hits though.
Yay!
Plus your 2d8. So 90, 26 points of damage. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Shall I dodge or shall I keep punching it? Let's keep punching it.
Okay, 2 more punches. 16 hits. Plus your d8. That was 7. 23 hits as well. 7 plus. Six is 13.
Hooray!
Big damage from Helen.
I'm gonna move slightly as well. I can just over to here.
Go. Tiger.
Gonna bite.
Ram.
Nom 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 nom.
Oh, I didn't see if it fell over, but
Yeah, that's fine. A dex check, right? I think.
yeah.
Look.
The bite does miss, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, and in that 20 on the thing, so yeah, it wouldn't have been an advantage. Sangzor is back in action, boys. Gets his legendary actions back. It's got 50-50 between Helen and the tiger. So 1-2 Helen, or the crystal rather, and 3-4 the tiger. So Helen, crystal. So 2 Gauze attacks. So first one is a 24 to hit. It's 29 points of piercing damage to you, Helen.
That's so much.
Or crystal, rather.
It's a high roll.
And then the second one. Oh, it's a natural 1, so it gets disadvantage on its next attack. That is its turn. Ilkaas.
Just gonna peep out. How's it looking? Can you tell? Can you do like a religion or a nature?
Do a perception or a nature check. Yeah, you can see that it's definitely taken a lot of wounds. You can see like the bright white light that is emanating from its 3 eyes upon its head is like flickering slightly. There is like this awful black oozing blood that's like oozing into the floor like a oily substance that you've seen previously. It does not look in particularly great shape.
Just seeing what kind of damage you can turn this thing into. I want to do something different. Oh, thunder. I see. Yeah, he's going to try out Snowball Storm again, but this time he's going to do it lightning.
Okay.
He's just trying things out, you know.
The dex check, yeah?
Lightning balls.
Yes, please.
He gets a natural 1 again. So definitely fails. So 14 points of damage.
Lightning. He's doing Assidious, but from the ground.
Amazing. At the end of Ilkaas' turn, Sanzor will use one of his legendary actions to make an attack against Helen. Or the crystal, rather. Keep saying that. Big ram attack. Oh! That 20s. 17 points of damage to you. On the crystal. He is now unconscious.
Oh well.
Can't remember whether the crystal has different unconscious or death saving rules.
No, because it's too much work for me. Casimir's go. Did she do anything? Not really. He's going to magic missile at 5th level. You can see it's weak. I'm gonna try and finish it off. 17 points of damage to it. It's not enough. That's all he's got though. At the end of Casimir's turn, we'll use another legendary action. Let me see. It's pretty dumb, so it's just gonna be pretty random, I think. I'll reroll that. 1, 2, Helen, and 3 for the tiger. I think call it out first. Okay, the tiger. So we'll use a ram attack. 13 points of bludgeoning damage. Cal, it's your go.
Wheel. This thing's looking weak, huh?
Definitely.
Boop. Come flying in with the short sword.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
Hits. 10 points of damage. It's still standing. It's looking rough.
Oh wait.
What's your hunter's mark?
Yep.
And with that, Cal,
Yeah.
how do you want to finish this awful creature off?
I think he'd see it weakening and see the opportunity, but he doesn't want it to fall down on Helen or the tiger. So he'd sort of dart to the side and just eviscerate out, just to give me some weird knee stuff. Like eviscerate out the back of its knee on this side.
Yeah. Oh.
So it topples down that way.
And you see, just as you cut in, this awful black blood just splatters all over the sides of these rocks, just covering it with this awful oily like substance.
Yeah.
And it just drops to the floor and just lets out one last awful moan, and then dies before the rest of you.
Nice.
I believe you had more than enough time to get Helen healed, so...
Yeah, that's my next turn anyway.
Yeah, that's what you've been doing.
Heal, Helen.
Oh, does Helen need to make an injury check?
Oh, yes. Crystal certainly does. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, the Crystal. Easily passes.
Well, Steph, it's funny you should ask that. There's a lot of defects a crystal can have.
No, don't
This isn't the time, though.
Don't make him put that character in Cormare, because it will happen.
Nah, it's the jelly guy.
Yeah. 12
There you go,
points
Helen.
of healing
12,
to the crystal.
What, you're going to play a gelatinous man?
You shush, Steph.
Yeah, that's definitely happening. So as you stand around looking upon this creature you've just slain, how is everyone reacting?
Just kind of chants from the top. Yeah.
Yeah. Farrah just smile. She just looks down at it and she's... I assume that this is what obelisks were talking about.
I don't know. It's certainly what that hunter was talking about. And Cal would wipe off the blood and the snow on the ground.
Yeah.
From his sword.
I wonder if there are more. Should probably keep an eye out anyway.
Casimir makes his way down with Meadhan and just comes over and says, Good show.
Suppose this is the thing we were warned about following these obelisks.
I think so, Meadhan.
We got nothing to be afraid of then, huh?
Didn't the obelisks just said about a guardian of the mountain, right?
It specifically
guardians?
said guardians, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this is it.
No.
I think we had the bad fortune to run into a legendary local creature.
Well, if this isn't it, then maybe we have something else to look forward to as well.
I think if we stick to the paths, hopefully we can avoid it, but I assume Cow doesn't see an obelisk anywhere nearby.
Not currently, no.
Is this goat quite fuzzy furry?
It's, yeah, it's got quite thick fur. Although much of it is stained with black oily blood now.
No, I'm not. No! Leave me alone.
I feel like Meadhan would actually just get that vibe from me and just think, keep it to myself.
We could wrap up. We could taunt on the father-in-law.
Just drag him along in the corpse of a goat fiend.
like a tauntaun.
Yep.
Are you alright, Helen? You think we need to take a rest before we go ahead?
The crystal remains undamaged.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
sorry. Crystal.
Mm.
Helen!
Let's continue on.
God,
I-
that gave me chills. Holy fuck.
If we can find our way to Sulenka Pass, I am sure I can lead us to the temple from there.
Well, I guess onward.
Okay, so are you heading onwards then?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll move you back to browse your map. Where's my old sound of books? Just put the weather back on.
Oh man, is that as far as we got?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Okay.
Oh no, wait.
God,
I don't know why it
it's
moved
like,
you back. You were actually there.
God, it's like that time I climbed K2.
You're what?
You climbed K2?
Hey, sorry. When? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's with Brian Blessed.
Oh yeah, because your mum knows him, doesn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, as you gather your things and push back on to the path, making your way slowly further along this ridge, you travel another 2 hours, taking you to about 10 o'clock now. I'm almost having travelled 6.
Okay.
Is there anything anyone would do or say to each other during this time? The journey is slow, but you feel like you're gradually making progress. This part of the journey has been quite steep, so you can feel yourselves getting more and more tired as your bodies push against the harsh winds that's almost so desperately trying to hold you back, but continually you march further and further, higher and higher, until now you can look down and see the rivers and trees below that almost just look like tiny little ants.
No, I think Farrah's just trying to keep warm, to be honest. Trying to get snow in her mouth as she walks.
Anyone else?
Yeah, Cal is shivering. But whenever he sees Nigel look over, he just stops shivering.
I've actually just twigged. I don't know how much good it would do. Yeah, if Cal's still shivering that much, he'd probably give you that ever-burning torch, if that gives off heat.
I believe it would, yeah.
It would, yeah. There's still a flame. If that is of any help, is that create a little fire, keep it a little warm.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
I've got reduced flame if you want even more warmth, Cal. Stand near me.
Yep. He nods and does so.
Oh, I'll take my torch back then.
No, he wants both.
No, definitely both.
Well, I'm sure you're not the only person choosing their answer.
I think we are, you know.
We are!
Apart from
Two
the-
Goliaths,
the
a
dad.
cold resistant Dragonborn. Oh, the dad, yeah. He's fucking dead. He's got to be dead by now.
Oh no, I wasn't even thinking about it. I mean, I did think about it, but I'm not thinking about it.
I think at this point, in
I forgot
fact,
your
it would be extreme cold. So from now on, he will have to start making constitution checks.
Oh,
Does even that
alright.
affect the Goliaths as well now?
No.
Would we,
Alright.
with extreme cold, we'd still find it cold, right?
You would probably find it chilly now, yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of you will have warm weather winter weather clothing, so it's enough to make sure you don't have to make constitution checks every hour. However, Nigel's father-in-law certainly does not have any of that clothing, because, you've only got a limited
Well,
amount
once
yourself.
you say that, it's gotten that cold. I wouldn't give him the torch, but I'd hold it near him. I'd
What
hold it
blanket?
near him.
Do you
Nah,
want the
fuck it.
blanket?
Nigel will carry him.
Really? You're gonna carry this monster from your path?
Yep, because he's not like him. He wouldn't let other people suffer just because.
Oh.
He's gonna like wrap him beneath his
Yeah.
his own winter weather clothing, and Nigel didn't really need it himself, so he could wrap him up in it, I suppose.
Put him in a papoose.
I was gonna say, is that the baby thing? You like tuck the baby?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
His head
as
poking out like
Saddest burrito ever.
with Nigel's father-in-law wrapped in Nigel's arms, and you all trying to comfort each other as you slowly continue your journey throughout the mountains, you get to a point where you look out and eventually you can see all the way down to where the lunar lake resides, far below. And you seems like you've hit almost like a peak of one of the mountain points. There's still mountains that travel far above you, but the peak of the path has certainly hit its kind of highest point and seems like a downward slope from here on out. And it seems like the journey won't be quite as harsh. And so you begin to push on even further, taking you all the way to midday. However, as you're pushing throughout the mountain, you find yourselves in a valley with mountains on either side and a high steep slope to the back of you. That after travelling almost an hour down, you're almost like surrounded in like a dish or a bowl, like a mountainside. And the wailing sounds of the harsh winter winds continue to blow around you continuously as you push further along. You can see about 1,000 feet away from you, like you can see with the angle the path heads downwards. All of you can make out, even through the harsh weather, which is not quite as heavy here, almost like there's a moment of calm. You can see there is like a deep chasm in the ground that runs seemingly hundreds of feet wide, but maybe only about 5 or 6 feet across. Your journey, you continue marching forward, but suddenly, from behind you, you hear this awful cracking sound, as loud as any skyborn thunder, and the snowpack behind you splits in two. It begins like a valley river, slow and enchanting, but soon it gathers pace, flowing more like the spring rapids, eager to perform the will of gravity. As high as it is wide, a mighty avalanche begins barreling towards your direction.
Holy shit.
Fucking run!
Who brought their skis?
Oh
my god.
So,
Gosh, you're not mucking about.
fucking hell. Conjure animals.
So, as it does, as this mighty avalanche barrels towards your direction, you can see that in the front of this snowy storm that is just heading completely towards your direction, there seems to be almost a visage that forms within the snow, like a screaming face, just moving towards your direction, and the visage resembles that of Strahd von Zarovich. A pure manifestation of his hatred, moving towards you at a startling speed.
Oh shit.
It's the mummy, but instead of sand, it's snow.
Exactly.
Firstly, before anyone does anything, Ilkaas is going to cast Expeditious Retreat.
Okey doke. Well, let me just quickly get out the old thing for this. So, let me just quickly read some of the rules for this. So, once triggered, the avalanche is run as a chain sequence. You are currently 100 feet in front of the avalanche and can attempt to flee from the avalanche on your turn. So, to start things off, everyone could please roll initiative for me.
Yep.
Yeah. the avalanche itself acts on initiative 0.
Hey, I'm gonna put myself in the corner so I don't delete my initiative.
Yes, that's fine.
Maybe we should try and stand against the avalanche.
Oh, yeah.
Do what it doesn't expect.
TPK from
So you can see that the avalanche is falling from behind you as well as above you. So it's coming out from behind and above, so it does not look like it's going to be a situation of where, even if you're flying, you're still going to have to outrun this first.
Yeah. Shit, okay.
Okay, so also, once everyone's rolled initiative, which I believe everyone has apart from the crystal.
the father-in-law. And
Yeah, yeah, me roll Casimir as well. Tom, would you be happy to control Casimir for this section for me?
Sure.
I got there eventually.
I'll roll the initiative. And
Need to draw your stick figure, George.
I don't know how to do a drawing. Oh, is it the paintbrush?
Yeah.
Nigel, would you be carrying your father-in-law, or are you going to expect him to run on his own?
No, carry him.
Okay. I will say, whilst you're carrying him, you will move at half speed.
Okay, alright.
Okay, so,
Oh.
you may want to get like a notepad out or something just to help keep track of this. But you also have each PC also gains a number of dash points equal to 2 plus their Constitution modifier. So
What does Ilkaas get for his expeditious retreat?
I will tell you in a second. Skill.
Absolutely nothing, you slag.
That's it. I'm out.
I love Expeditious Retreat because I just get such a strong mental image of Gandalf hitching up his skirts and being like, ooh!
That's great.
Hairy legs spinning.
What was this?
Very Terry Pratchett-esque.
What? Sorry, what do we get again? Dash points.
Dash points equal to 2 plus your Constitution modifier. So when you roll your check, you will on each of your turns you can move your movement speed, which would be, let me just quickly check. It's been a while since I wrote this up, so just excuse me trying to catch up with my notes. So, if the PC has a base speed of 60 feet or higher without taking the dash action, e.g. due to the fly spell, or if the PC uses a bonus action to increase their speed, e.g. by spending 1 key point to use Step of the Wind, use Cunning Action, or etc., the PC runs 200 feet away from the avalanche. I know this doesn't exactly work with the same movement speed, but this is I've done this to make it a bit easier to keep track of. Otherwise, each turn, you will run 100 feet away from the avalanche.
Okay.
If also, every time it's your turn, you will roll a d20, and it may affect a complication, which you can use spells and stuff and skills to overcome. If you use if you used a certain spell to overcome it, you might automatically pass the DC. But obviously, that's using resources.
Yeah.
So on each of your turns, you can move 100 feet normally to get away from the avalanche, and if you choose to use one of your dash points, you can move 200 feet instead. Depending on your speed, obviously. If you've got a base of 200, then say if you've got a base of say if you do have the fly spell on you, for example, you would actually double it to 400 feet. So, hopefully I'm making some kind of sense, because I know it's a bit confusing.
Kind of, I'm a bit lost, to be honest.
Let me post the rules in the chat, just so it's a bit easier to follow, because I'm not the best at explaining stuff. Oh, for fuck's sake, you have to upload it as a fucking file.
Is this like how we did it in Cormir?
It's a little bit different.
Oh no.
So, I'll read the entire rules out. So, the PCs begin the sequence 100 feet in front of the avalanche. So currently you are 100 feet in front of the avalanche. And you can attempt to flee from the avalanche on each of your turns. The avalanche falls from above and behind, preventing PCs with fly speeds from escaping it without issue. The chase ends once the party have made it over the chasm. Each player must roll initiative, with the avalanche acting on initiative count 0. Each PC also gains a number of dash points equal to 2, plus their constitution modifier. Each PC's turn then proceeds in the following order. The PC rolls 1d20, and then I announce the corresponding result on the complications table, which I've got. I won't show you, obviously. The PC may use a skill or cast a leveled spell in order to overcome that complication, as long as that skill or spell takes no more than one action to complete. A PC that casts a leveled spell or a PC that beats the corresponding DC automatically overcomes the complication, so each complication has a DC assigned to it. A PC that fails the DC suffers the complication consequences this turn, which are all I will let you know as they happen. If the PC has a base speed of 60 feet or higher without taking the dash action, e.g. due to the fly spell, or if the PC uses bonus action to increase their speed, e.g. such as Helen using a key point, use Step of the Wind, then that PC will run 200 feet away from the avalanche. Otherwise, the PC runs 100 feet away from the avalanche as your normal base speed in this. If a consequence causes the PC to move at half speed instead, they move at 100 or 50 feet respectively. The PC can choose to expend a dash point to either move an additional 100 feet, so if you're usually using about 100, you can double that, or if you're using your Step of the Wind, then you can double it to what your normal would be. So instead of 200 would be 400, instead of 100 it would be 200. If a PC has no more dash points remaining, they can make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw, and on success they move an additional amount of movement speed equal to their move speed. On a failure, they gain 1 point of exhaustion. At the end of each round, the avalanche advances 50 feet, plus an additional 1d4 times 50 feet. If this movement causes the avalanche to move further than a creature, that creature takes 4d10 bludgeoning damage and becomes restrained. At the end of each turn, that creature remains restrained in this way, it must make a DC 15 strength saving throw or takes an additional 2d10 bludgeoning damage. When the encounter ends, the avalanche settles, or any restrained creature cease taking damage. A creature with a strength score of 15 or more can dig itself out in 2d6 minutes. Otherwise, it takes 2d10 minutes for a creature to dig itself out of the snow and debris. Creatures that are proficient in survival can learn how far the avalanche will move at the end of the current round with a successful DC 10 survival check.
Okay. The only bit I'm confused about is what if you've got the base speed is 30, not 60.
Ignore that for this.
60,
Ignore that for this. Ignore your base move speed for this. Your base move speed is 100 feet for this. But if on your character sheet, if you've got more than 60 feet move speed, then or if, like, for example, you've got a bonus action, dash, etc., then you can use, so Helen could use her key points.
So if you've got something that makes you go 60 plus, then you can go 200.
Exactly.
Okay.
So, up first is Farrah. So Farrah, could you please roll a d20 for me?
Okay.
Oh.
It's an extra one.
Oh.
Farrah, as you find yourself running forwards, so suddenly you turn around and everyone's just like, fucking run! You suddenly, move forwards, and you, Nigel's moving forwards as well, and he accidentally kicks up some, snow into your face as he's trying to carry his father-in-law, and it knocks up into your face. Can you please make a perception check for me?
Yep.
Okay, just pass. So if you failed, then you would have moved at half speed for one round.
Oh shit, okay.
So, so I assume you are... How are you moving? Are you moving your base speed of 100, or have you got anything to increase your speed?
Farrah's casting Conjure Animals, and she's going to get out some horses. Assuming that they're not hindered by the snow?
No, they wouldn't be.
No? Okay. So 4 war horses. Their base speed is 60.
So they can move 200 in a turn rather than
Yep.
100.
Getting on a horse.
Okay, how many are you summoning?
I can only do 4.
Okay, so Farrah, you are on one horse, and then you can. I'll say you have to assign the 3 others to who you want them to be assigned to.
She'll cast one next to Casimir. And she'll cast one in the middle here, so one of these guys can jump on. I don't know who. Probably whoever's slower. Probably Cal.
So Cal, Casimir, yourself, and one more.
No, Casimir and probably Ilkaas did just cast a spell though. Or has he not done it yet? I assume.
It would be on his turn. I'll say that much.
His turn. Okay. So she'll put a horse there as well.
Okay.
Obviously, people can choose not to get on.
Yes,
Horse.
of course. So you are moving. So let me quickly put the thing on the map just so it's clear. I'm actually going to change your initiative to what it will be. So currently you're 100 feet away from the avalanche. So you are now you're moving 200 feet on the horse, so you'll be 300 feet away from the avalanche.
Okay.
Let me change all your initiatives quickly, because you're all in the order now. Cool. So, that is Farrah's turn. The Crystal, you're up next. So at the start, could you please roll me a d20? 15.
Solid.
Okay, so 15, there's no complication for you.
Yes.
So at your, you can, if you want, you can choose... sorry, Farrah, did you want to use a dash point, by the way?
No.
No, okay. So, Helen, you can use your base move speed is 100. You can choose to use your key point dash to double that, and then you can choose to use your dash points, which is your con score plus 2, is how many you've got, to double that again if you want to.
Oh yeah, double it up, yeah. 1 key point, 1 dash point, please.
Okey-doke, so 400 feet you can move.
I can just imagine Helen doing a Bob Skeleton crystal style. The thing, not a guy called Bob Skeleton.
Who is now in Cormier,
Yeah.
It's like I swear Kieran's campaigns are just based on jokes he makes in other campaigns, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna actually do that.
My name's Bob Skeleton, kids, and I'm here to teach you the safety of snowboarding.
So up next is Ilkaas. Ilkaas, could you please roll a d20 for me?
Well, for his bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to Expeditious Retreat.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do the complications first to see what you get, though. 6. Okay. So, you cast your spell, Ilkaas, and you begin running in the direction, but as you take a first step, you feel your foot get stuck in this deep snow. Could you please make an acrobatics check for me?
Okay. Is this an action or not?
To make the acrobatics check, no.
Okay.
But this doesn't really work in the normal combat rules way.
I know, but it's more like he could have melted it free.
Okay, yeah. You manage to quickly get your foot out of there and continue running. So,
Yeah, it's full dash.
yeah, full dash. So that is so 200 feet he can move.
What does he do if he's DP?
So if you want to use your dash points, you can again double your movement speed again. So you could actually move the same as Helen, 400 instead if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No, only Helen can go that fast.
Oh, sorry, Ilkaas. Well, you're screwed now.
Wait, so he's 200? Was it 400
You've
feet?
currently moved 500 feet in total because you're 100 feet away to begin with from the avalanche, and now you've moved a further 400.
Does Expeditious Retreat make your speed above 60 though?
He hasn't done it yet though, because it's a bonus action, and it means you can dash with a bonus action as well. But he already used it to cast a spell.
Okay.
I think it works in the same turn though, right?
Yeah,
when
I
you
think it
cast
might.
a spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your turns until a spell ends.
Yeah, so you can keep...
Yeah, so when you
Okay.
cast the spell, yeah.
But yeah, you
All
could.
right.
Yeah, so you did use it this turn, so that's fine.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I was just asking because it says you said 60 feet plus, and then you go 200, right? But I don't know if Expeditious Retreat makes it 60 plus.
Yeah, because his base speed is 30, and then up to 60 with the dash.
Expeditious Retreat is 10, isn't it? Or am I mixing that with something else?
I think you're getting me so.
You're thinking Long Strider.
Yeah, you're thinking.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okie doke. Up next is Cal. Could you please roll a d20 for me, Cal?
Pew!
That is
9.
a 9. Okay, so Cal, as the group begins running forwards, from out on the side of one of these cliffs, you see, suddenly you see a number of elk that are just running towards and been alerted by the sound of this avalanche, and are just sprinting towards and pushing past you. Could you please make either an acrobatics or animal handling check, depending on which you want to choose?
I will choose acrobatics. Hoi!
Okay, and with that you see as Cal is running forwards, and suddenly almost out of nowhere, this huge, this about 3 or 4 of these huge elks just come barreling down the mountain and push their way past you, and Cal is almost caught up by them, but you see him like duck and weave out of the way of each one and manages to sort of catch himself before continuing to run forward.
Ugh, sometimes I miss the underduck. So I've got a horse, right?
You do indeed, yeah.
Forward, pony! Away!
So are you going to use a dash point?
Can I make the horse do
Yeah,
that?
it's all included, like...
Okay, then yes.
Yeah. So up to 500 feet. Okie doke. Lionel.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. It's currently being carried by Nigel, so Nigel has kind of got sort of the go-to say on what happens to Lionel here. So are you still going to carry him, or are you going to let him run on his own?
I mean, if he's really struggling to get away, then no. Then obviously I'm not going to stop him. But
yeah.
I feel like it's safer for him if he just lets Nigel carry him.
Okay. For now, we'll say that Nigel is carrying, which does half Nigel's movement speed for now. However, I do believe there is 2 horses have been used.
Horse going
So I
about
think there's 1 horse left.
No, Kazimier's got one, and then Ilkaas didn't use his, so that was going spare.
2 left. You're right. I know. Cal, Casimir, and you have used. So yeah, 1 left.
Yeah.
So Nigel, if you did want to get on horseback with your father-in-law, you certainly could.
I don't know if Nigel would take the horse from someone else, to be honest.
I think you can see that the crystal has run off without the horse. Cal has already got one of his own horses. Casimir has mounted up. Ilkaas has not taken one. Currently, Meadhan could take it. It's one of the only persons who could.
He would probably ask Meadhan if he wanted it.
Yeah, you could definitely shout out to him. This is all happening as you're still running.
Yeah. Meadhan, you want horse?
I respond, or does that happen on my turn?
No, yeah, this is all like free form.
Loosey goosey.
Yeah, loosey goosey.
He'll just wave his hand back. Take it!
Thank you! And he would jump on the back with the man.
Okie
With
doke.
Lionel.
Which will make your movement speed. I will still say the move speed. How do I want to do this? With 2 people on, I think it would slow the horse down a little bit. Because Nigel's pretty big. If it was just 2 normal sized people, I think it wouldn't matter. But Nigel's pretty massive. I'm going to say that it would just add 100 to your base movement speed rather than being able to give it double. So instead of doubling it, it would just add 100 when you dash, I'm going to say.
Okay.
So, did you want to use one of your dash points?
No, not right now.
No, so you just want to move, that is, so 200 feet, I think, no wait, maths, brain, that's right, isn't it, 200, because 100 usually gets to 200 with a horse, and then, so you're just moving your basics, so yeah, 200 feet, no dashing, cool. So Nigel and Lionel move up to 300 feet, cool. Casimir is going to get on his horse, and he is going to... He's got 2 dash points.
Is it 300? I thought it was 200.
Yeah, but he starts 100 feet, plus 200 is 300.
Just because Farrah went with just one horse, and she's got 300.
Wait, hold on. It's because you didn't use a dash point, though.
And neither did Nigel.
No, but if he did, then it would only bring him up another 100 feet. If that makes sense.
I'm confused. No, I'm confused. Carry on there.
Don't worry. Just worry about your own thing. I've got it in mind. So Casimir, let me just quickly turn the right 2 on here to keep track of his dash points. So Casimir is going to double his up to 200 with the horse, and then he is going to dash to try and get 400 feet. So he's going to move up to 500. However, he does have to... Oh, sorry, Nigel, could you roll a d20 for me? I completely forgot to make you roll on the complications table. Nigel's fine with a natural 20, so that works out perfectly.
Casimir rolling?
Casimir certainly is. Gets a 3.
Oh.
Okay, so you see as Casimir gets on the horse and starts riding, some snow begins to fall from the side more and sort of crashes in front of him. He's going to make a acrobatics maybe? Yeah, acrobatics check. This could go bad. Uh-oh. He does fail. So he does move at half speed for 1 round. So actually, that would cut that down from 400 to 200. He's only actually at 300 feet now. And he has used up a dash point as well. Let me cross that out and put 1. Okay. Finally, we get to Meadhan.
Oh, wow.
Can you roll a d20 for me, please, Meadhan, to start with?
I can? Yeah.
11. No complication.
So how far away is the avalanche?
So currently from you, it's 100 feet away. So if you look on the turn order, that's how many feet is how many feet you are away from the avalanche position-wise.
Oh, I'm with you. This thing's moving fast, right? They usually get pretty damn quick.
So if the avalanche ever gets to the same amount of feet as you, then that's when it hits you.
That's it. Yeah. Okay, in that case, I may want to use a dash point then.
Okie doke. So he's just got his base speed, which puts him to 100 feet, and then he can double that to 200 feet, so he can move up to 300 with the dash point.
Yes, please.
So 300 feet, so it takes him to 400 in total. Cool.
300, right?
300, you're right, sorry.
I was going to say 300.
My brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, maths is hard.
Oh, this is a big roll!
Yeah, so the avalanche, it moves 50 feet normally. Then plus an additional 1d4 times 50. So let's see.
What was it?
So that's 200 feet it moves. So 250 feet in total now. Okay.
Closer than it was.
Yep. Farrah, it's your go again.
Let's use the dash point this time on the horse.
Okay, so that's your up to 400 feet you can move because you've got the horse. So you can move 700.
Nice. Do I need to roll?
Yes, roll please for me. Sorry, do remind me of that because I will forget.
Oh, shit.
5. Okay. Again, you see more of this snow kind of crash down, and this time you can see like a load of the trees up on the side of the mountain are crashing down with it, and this huge log begins to roll in the direction of your horse. Could you please make an acrobatics check for me?
For me or the horse?
It would just be for you. Like, I know it's a bit finagly, but This is just the way it works for this.
Oh shit! Oh, okay.
14 is a failure, so you do move at half speed this round.
Oh,
so instead of
shit.
700, you were at
500.
500.
500.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you say I can use a spell though, right? Let me see if I got
You can
anything.
you can use spells to overcome instead of doing the ability check. So, for example, with Ilkaas, when he said, "I want to use fire to burn my way out of this," that would have automatically passed the complication for him. So, if you wanted to do that,
So it's too late.
yeah, it's too late now, but it's fine.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
for future reference.
Yeah.
Right. So up next is the crystal.
Crystal's gonna do double again.
Double again.
Double
So
again, so
that is
that
400 feet. Using another dash point. Make sure you're keeping track of your dash points, by the way, because I will not be.
Yeah, I am.
Is the crystal on a horse, or is the crystal just fucking blitzing through the snow?
It because she's using her key points. So it's almost just like you see just like skiing through the snow with the with how like the smooth the crystal is, just like.
Oh, that's awesome.
Roll a d20 for me, please, though, the crystal. It's like, keep forgetting this. Tom, it's your job to remind me.
Me too.
D20.
6. Okay, so this time as you start to run in your speed, you put your foot into the ground and it gets caught onto this like underlying root that's running under the ground. Could you please make a acrobatics check for me?
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Yeah, easily. The crystal just literally just flips into the air and just continues running at full pace, never breaking her stride.
Yeah, I love it.
Ilkaas, it's your go.
Really.
You are currently atop horseback.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're
Running.
not. Yeah, you're not. You're running, aren't you? So an 11 is no complication.
Yeah, so he's going to use another dash point.
Which takes you, with your expeditious retreat, another 400 feet, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
900. Cal.
Yeah, I'll just use another dash point. I have lots of dash points.
Which takes you up to 700, if I'm correct.
Oh, no, because I'm on a horse,
Oh,
so,
you're on a horse, so
900.
900 as well. Fantastic.
Oh, I need to roll a d20.
Yes,
I'm
and a
reminding
d20.
myself.
Yeah, thank you very much. 16, no complication.
Nice.
Lionel and Nigel. Nigel and
D20.
Lionel. Yep, D20 first, please, Nigel. And in fact,
Do we want to?
I think I would roll 2.
Do we want to
because-
say if we're going to do anything like spells or other actions, should we do that before the d20?
No, it would be after the d20, but if you want to try and get over the complication, is what you would be using the spells for.
Alright.
And then if you wanted to use any spells to help your move speed or anything like that, then of course you can use that before you move. So that is a 7 and a 9. So as Nigel begins galloping around, he sort of turns the corner and there's like a strong wind that suddenly blasts him in the face. Could you please make a acrobatics check for me, Nigel? Unfortunately, that is a fail, so Nigel and the horse moves at half speed for this round. And then furthermore, because there's 2 people on top of this horse, these elk now are running past down even further, and this time it looks like they're going to bash into the horse itself. So could you please get... I'm just going to make Nigel do it, because I'm making him do 2 because of the fact Lionel's on his back and he's carrying him. So, Nigel, could you either make an acrobatics or an animal handling check? Your choice.
I'm going to go with animal handling.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, plus
Hey.
5.
Oh, very nice. And as the elk are kind of like running towards, they almost like freeze up slightly as they're trying to run. And Nigel's just like, what would you say, Nigel? What to like sort of get them away from you?
I don't even know. You probably just go, "Ah!" at them.
Just tries to intimidate them. And
Scarier than
they're
the
just
other.
like, oh, even scarier than this avalanche. And they begin running in a different direction. Luckily, not knocking you back. So you do move at half speed this turn, Nigel.
Okay. I might use one of my dash points then, please.
Okie doke. So, your normal speed on horse would be 200 feet, but that is halved currently to 100 feet. And then the maximum you can move with a dash with 2 people on is another 100. You can move 200 feet this turn, I think that's correct.
That's such a waste of a dash point. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry.
So just 100 feet you're moving, yeah?
100 feet, yeah.
Okay.
Fine. Cool, yeah, that's me.
Casimir is going to use his second and last dash point and move another 400 feet upon horseback. Taking him up to... Oh wait, he's got to make a d20 first though. Let's see if this affects it. Nope. Takes him up to 700 feet this time. Meadhan, d20 for me please.
Hi.
Oh, baby.
It's a 1. Okay. As you're galloping, you see now all this like foliage and things. As you're running, the foliage and stuff from the side is beginning to crash down, and it sort of blasts up, knocking you aside slightly, and you stumble to the floor. Could you please make a perception check as you try and gather your senses?
Perception. Not too bad.
Oh!
The natural 20 though, Meadhan instantly shakes himself off and focuses, and then just starts running forward. So Meadhan, what are you doing?
Well, I don't know. So, have I suffered any penalty from that, or does the 20?
No, you passed
rule
it.
out the 1.
Yeah, the 20. The 1 actually is not, it's actually worse. 1 isn't actually not that bad on this table. Some of the other ones are much worse.
Okay, so I've got an idea of what Meadhan has basically been wanting to do since it all started. So if I were to use a dash point, that would be another 300 feet, right?
Yeah,
200.
So 200 feet, because your base is 100. 200. We put you up to 500 feet in total.
Wait, so how did I get to 300?
Because you started 100 feet away from the avalanche.
Oh, right. Gotcha. Okay, so it'd get to 500. So that would mean 3, 5. Okay. And they're only at 4. What I'm thinking is, if I could I like sacrifice a bit of my movement to try and encourage this horse that Nigel and Lionel are on? Like if I ran up behind it.
Shit, I love that. Okay, yeah. I will say make an animal handling check for me, and I'm going to say if you do that, even you succeed, then you'll allow. You can essentially transfer a dash point that you have to Nigel and Lionel, and they can instantly use it.
That's kind of what I was hoping for. Thank you. Animal handling.
Unfortunately, though, it's that the horse is panicked and not listening enough to you. No. I won't let this impact you, but because I think that's kind of lame.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe if you got a natural 1, I would have punished you. But
I'll just run ahead of them then.
Okie doke.
We're kind of looking back, like, come on!
So another 200 feet you can get with another dash point to get to 500. Okay, so the avalanche moves 50 feet normally, and then a d4. So that is 150 feet.
Shit.
450. Is anyone below? Yeah, Nigel and Lionel are caught in the avalanche. So
I tried.
Thank you, Meadhan. Thank you, Stefan.
So let me quickly read that. So at the end of each turn, hit your raise restrained in this way. Okay.
I've got to mention, Meadhan picks up the horse and just carries the whole lot.
Both Lionel and Nigel take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as they're caught up in the avalanche and are now restrained. The horse also takes that much.
Oh, they're restrained?
Mm-hmm.
How much health does Lionel have?
Lionel has just been killed. as
Oh.
the sheer force of this avalanche has just crushed him, as Nigel has continued to try to hold on to try and protect him, but the pure weight of this avalanche has just crushed him completely. And
Oh no.
mate.
The Planet Hulk moment again.
so, if you could take your damage off, Nigel.
Yeah, done it.
Awesome, thank you very much. And then it says at the end of each turn that creature remains restrained. Let's see.
Holy crap.
Thank you, Doke. So, Farrah, D20, please.
What's the first thing that kills you in an avalanche?
18,
the
no
sheer
complication.
force?
Fear.
Suffocation,
the sheer
or
force.
yeah, or the sheer force. So no complication, Farrah?
No. Nigel's under the snow. She can't see him though.
It's been completely
right?
consumed by this avalanche, yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Is the horse alive?
Yeah, how much health does a horse have, Hannah?
They don't have that much. He's probably dead. Let me just have a quick looky. No, I got 19 health.
Yeah, 22, it's
Oh.
crushed as well.
Crushed horsey. So look, what happens if you're like engulfed in the snow?
So once you're caught by it, you are restrained. At the end of each turn that the creature remains in this way, it must make a DC 15 strength saving throw, or take an additional 2d10 bludgeoning damage. On its turn, you can try and break free of the avalanche as best you can, but yeah, it's pretty difficult.
Fuck. Farrah can't get over there.
Actually,
She
no,
can't
it
see
says the
him.
creature can dig itself out in 2d6 minutes, so he's going to be taking 2d10 bludgeoning damage a turn, basically, until this ends.
Until this ends.
So the avalanche is it will end once it gets to 1,100 feet.
1,100 feet. It's ages away.
Yep.
Better rage.
Nigel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely ragey time.
Oh man, I just
If you
can't
rage
do
and get the
anything.
teleport thing.
You have to see it with teleport if he's
Yeah, I
buried
think
in
you-
this.
You
No.
do.
Well, I was gonna try and.
Get temp HP from it.
But there is obviously other ways you might be able to get him out if you can think of any spells. I
Yeah, the flump
Well-
might save him.
Well, the thing is, I need to be able to reach him to do mine. So,
Yeah.
fuck. I was gonna do freedom of movement, but that's you got to touch him, which is annoying.
Yeah.
And I haven't got any wild shapes left. We didn't take a rest. I haven't got anything. I haven't got anything to save Nigel. Fuck, yeah, I'm just gonna have to keep running. I ain't got nothing.
Okay. So are you using any dash points, or are you just moving?
Yeah, we're using a
200?
dash point. Yeah,
So
dash point,
400
dash
you're
point.
moving.
Mm-hmm.
You pass the complications, is that any problem? The crystal. Could you please roll a d20 for me? An 11 is no complications. The crystal is just speeding through this without any problem.
Crystal's gonna do double dash again, keep running.
Thank you, Doke. Another 400 feet. So at this point, crystal, could you please make a acrobatics check or an athletics check for me? Your choice.
Mm.
How does Crystal run? Is it like Naruto run or like a ninja?
I'm imagining Avatar. The,
Yeah.
with where he's like on that air ball. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I'm imagining the fucking Terminator 2 Terminator. Just fucking
Yes,
karate
oh, no.
chop arms.
That
just
is
like,
perfect. That is
That's
perfect.
the one. That's the one. It says with athletics advantage next to it. Does that apply to everything or not?
Yes, it does. Because the crystal allows you to any. I think it is. Let me double check 100% for you.
Sometimes it says advantage, but then you have to find like.
It's because of a special
specifically
thing that I've put on. Look in your feats, Helen. It might be under there the way it's working, because I know I added something to make it do that. If you go features and traits, then go right to the bottom. It should have a feat for you. I think.
Oh yeah, advantage on all strength-based checks and saving throws.
Yeah, then you definitely do. Just have advantage.
Should I do that one with advantage, or should I do acrobatics with its extra +2? It's so tricky. I'll do advantage.
I know people say the math is meant to be that advantage is equivalent of a +5. I don't know how true that is, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, 22. And this chasm before you, Helen, you just easily leap across and you just almost stand there, just cross your crystalline arms and look back at the rest of the group. Ilkaas.
Mention a chasm. Oh god.
That is.
D20 for me first, please.
Hang on, I'm just trying to work something out.
Yeah, easy. Natural 20. No complication.
Fuck. So the avalanche is at 400 feet. Yeah, it's too far away. He's too far ahead.
Go back.
No, he's not going back. He's fucking terrified.
Yeah.
He's going to cast back and do Ice Storm, but cast it with fire near Meadhan, but Meadhan's too far away. So Helen made it on this turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Ilkaas can as well?
You could, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to make it, but when he gets there, he's going to turn around because so he can try and help people next turn.
Yeah. Does he have a dash point to get 400 feet?
Oh yeah, he's got like 3 left.
Oh, nice. Okay, make a either acrobatics or athletics check for me then, please.
How come?
Well, you got to try and get across this chasm.
Oh, a chasm. Yeah, I forgot about that.
If you can think of any spells that might help with that, then feel free to use them.
But to cast it would cost stuff.
Yeah, exactly. You're using up a resource, so.
Oh fuck! Oh, I mean it doesn't count because he would just Misty Step over.
Yeah, easily then. You just if you use the spell, then you transport over.
Does the horse just go tumbling down?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's not riding a horse.
He's not.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Yes, very good.
But he would have done that.
Gandalf running.
Yeah. Cal, you're up next.
Yeah. Gotta go.
D20 first for me.
Yep. 5.
Okay, there's like this, as you're running through on horseback, there's this, suddenly you get to a point where the snow kind of uncovers slightly and you see like a field of like jagged boulders sticking out before you. Could you please make me an acrobatics check? But you manage, again, you're focused, you're ready for anything, and you weave and duck your way with the horse out of the way of these boulders. So are you moving your full 400?
Yeah, I think I have to. None of these things do the things. Yeah.
Okay. So, could you please make either, unless you got any spells? Yeah, and you just, as your horse gets there, you just pull it up and it leaps over the chasm and lands on the other side with incredible strength. And you make it, no problem. Nigel, I mean, the only thing you can really do, unless you've got some sort of spell to get out of here.
Which we all know I don't.
Nigel Rage!
Yeah, go on then. Last ditch.
Roll on the table.
I'm just seeing if I've got... No, I got nothing. 2. Oh, the
You have to be able to see where you're teleporting to.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking hell.
unfortunately.
Oh well.
Well excited.
So, at the end of your turn, Nigel, because you're raging, you do take half of this much damage. So,
Okay.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
So, Casimir is going to...
Yes.
He doesn't really want to get exhausted, is the thing. He's got no more dash points. He's just going to move 200 feet.
Yep.
To 900. Okay, Meadhan.
Yeah, just running. Very upset about Nigel. I'll do the D20.
Oh, yeah. Literally just said it, yeah.
Kaz needs to do a D20.
No, Casimir did do it. Oh no, he didn't do it, you're right. Fuck. Yeah, he passes good. And so does Meadhan. No complications for either of you. Thank you for
Yeah,
reminding
another
me.
dash point, please.
So another 200. Get to 700.
Ooh.
Avalanche. Moves in.
Meadhan.
Shut up!
50 times 200.
Ooh.
So that's a 600.
Good, we're good.
Okay, Farrah. Alright, D20 please, before I forget.
It's tickling my ass though, Jesus.
Yeah, no complication for you, Farrah.
Yeah, you see Farrah, she's looking back, she's like, Nigel! And yeah, you see she's very upset. She is gonna whistle for Casimir's horse and what she hopes for Nigel's as well, but she can't see it, but mostly Casimir.
Mm-hmm.
Make them go faster.
Okay, do me an animal handling check.
And we'll handle it.
Plus 8, fucking hell. I was like, yeah, you fail. No. Yeah, you do manage to command your animals at a significant way. So I would say you can use one of your dash points to move them up.
Yeah. Yep, I've got 2 left, so.
Then they move up another. So his base is 200 because of the horse. So he's up 100. So he's right next to the chasm.
Yep. How far do I move?
You can move just your basic movement on the horse. So 200.
Yep. So I use 1 on him, do I just have 1 left then, yeah?
Yes, that's correct. Alright, so...
Let me just... I don't think there's anything I can do for you, Meadhan. I'm afraid not.
Okay, Crystal, Ilkaas and Kalanrogh are all fine. Nigel takes another half of this. 6 damage to you, Nigel. Casimir will move the last amount to get over the chasm, but he's got to see if he gets a complication first. So those
Ooh.
nope, he's fine, and he's got to make a athletics or acrobatics check. Both he's totally amazing at. Well, shit. So he
Oh no.
goes the course. The horse runs across, jumps, and it just misses the edge, and he goes to jump on. He grabs onto the ledge, taking how much damage? 9 points of damage to Casimir, and he is currently hanging below. And each
shit.
turn he's gonna have to make it, otherwise he will fall.
I'm gonna grab him.
Meadhan, it's your go. Roll a d20 for me, please, to start with.
Yes, my lord.
11, no complication.
Yep, another dash point, please.
Another 200. The avalanche. 650. Whoops. And then d4. Ooh, another 200 feet, taking you up to 850 feet.
I can feel it calling.
Farrah, it's your go. D20 for
Fucking
me,
hell.
please, to start with.
Yeah. Shit.
5. Okay, as you get to the edge of the chasm, your horse starts to struggle as like the ground below starts to break slightly beneath you. Can you please make an acrobatics check?
I conjure another animal.
You're still on it at the moment. It's not gone yet.
Okay, but can I conjure another animal anyway?
You're on your turn, yeah, of course, yeah.
Can I do it before I fall down a cliff?
Uh,
I think Hannah's saying instead of making the check, can she use a spell
oh,
resource
of course.
to...
Yeah. What? Sorry, I got confused. Yeah, what are you summoning?
Let's get some eagles out, shall we?
Okay, yeah.
I don't want to fall.
So
yeah.
So the horse disappears as you fall down slightly.
Grabbed and carried away by an eagle, and I'll send the other eagle to go get Casimir.
Okay. So, eagle would move at your space, so you can, I would say with flying, you do manage to get across.
Mm-hmm.
And then Casimir, yeah, he would be able to, a giant eagle is going to be able to pick him up and successfully bring him across as well. So then Nigel takes another half of this. So it's another 6 points of damage to you, Nigel. And then Meadhan. 3.
Piece of shit.
So as you get to this point, there's like a bit of the ground where Farrah's just made it fall, and it started to fall more and more, and you're like, oh shit, and it's kind of making a section. Because you please make either an athletics or acrobatics check for me.
Yes, sir.
Or if you can think of any spells that would get past it. Oh shit.
Oh!
You move at half speed for 1 round. As you're struggling to get through this sort of difficult terrain where a lot of the ground has fallen into the chasm.
Well, yeah, my last dash point, please.
So 100 feet, I think you move.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So it's up to 900 on normal, and then
Oh!
150.
Got him.
So yeah,
No!
1,050. So, Meadhan, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are restrained within the avalanche.
Can I use Stone's Endurance on that?
Yes, I will allow that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okey-doke. Nigel takes a further half of this. 9 points more damage to Nigel.
It's a big one.
And Meadhan takes a further 3 points damage.
Hey.
And then the avalanche moves and falls within the chasm. So the avalanche, the snow has now fallen mostly within the chasm, with most of you standing on the side, but you cannot see currently your companions.
Shit.
So,
Ilkaas.
We're free to move now, though. Or-
yeah. I will
Okay.
end the combat stuff. Hold on.
Oh shit.
Do we need to stay in initiative because they're still going to take damage?
They'd stop taking damage once the avalanche has passed, which it has.
Oh,
So-
okay. Oh, fuck.
Buried.
Yeah. So let me turn this music off.
Are they suffocating though?
That's what I was wondering.
Well, it depends. What is your strength scores?
Mine's 16.
Okay, good. And Nigel's is 20, I believe. So it takes you about 11 minutes to get out. I need to look at the suffocation rules quickly.
That is definitely enough time. Suffocate.
Suffocation, 5e.
Not if we can find them though, right?
Yeah, it is.
Well, Ilkaas has detect magic, but it's only 30 feet, so
Farrah's got detect locate object, so she could go and try and find
We'll get
stuff
moving.
that they're wearing.
Fucking do it!
Okay, so a creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equals to 1 plus its con mod. So what? I think Nigel's is 5, so you can hold it 6 minutes. And Meadhan's is, what's your con mod?
3.
And 3 adds so
I can hold
4
up
minutes.
4.
Let me actually put the music back on just because it still is technically quite tense, but you're out of initiative order still. So you guys have 11 minutes to try and break Nigel and think. How are you going to find them both? Is Farrah going to use
4 fucking minutes.
Farrah's gonna fly with the eagle, carry someone else as well. Someone strong. Who's the strongest?
probably
Cal is not
Cal,
strong.
or Helen maybe?
Cal is
One of
plus
the Goliaths.
1.
Oh wait.
Oh, damn it. Well, whoever's the strongest, she's gonna carry them.
Crystal.
She's
Crystal.
Crystal.
Crystal's probably quite strong.
Definitely not
Yeah,
Casimir.
the crystal also doesn't care.
Yeah. So she'll say she's gonna fly over nearer to the place where she thinks that they are. Do the locate object for Nigel's whatever he's
Bear in
wearing.
mind, Nigel
Would it
will
not
be a few hundred feet away from me, right?
Yeah. This
Yeah.
couldn't find somebody within 1,000 feet though.
Oh,
You could
nice.
always do it on Mr. Snufflax, because you know you'd have him with him.
True.
Well, whatever he's got with him, then she'll point to that location, and then she'll point to the location for Meadhan as well,
Okay.
and start digging.
How is she knowing where Meadhan is?
Well, doing the same thing, locate object.
Jesus, I'm so glad you got spell slots then.
So, I'm going to make this a skill challenge to see how quickly you guys are capable of digging them out.
No pressure. No
So,
pressure.
Yeah, if you 3 successes, and you will dig both of them out. Or no,
Yep.
should we do it 1 for each, or what would you guys like to do?
Well,
I'd say one at a time.
Okay, so we'll do 1 skill challenge for Nigel, and 1 skill challenge for Meadhan. So you can use any skills you are proficient in during this, or you can use spells as well if you think those would grant you a success. 3 successes before 3 failures. You can use skills
tell
you're
you what.
proficient in.
I'm running pretty damn low on spell slots.
So, if anyone wants to start suggesting to me what skills they want to use, we'll start off with Nigel.
Yep. Farrah is
For
gonna.
us to try and dig towards them.
Yes.
Dig ourselves out.
Yeah, because he's already trying to dig himself out,
Oh.
but he can't.
Wait,
Farrah conjure her lot with my last 4th level spell slot. Fuck's sake. Like 4 badgers
Mm-hmm.
and an eagle for afterwards to carry it over to Meadhan.
Okay. As long as that's within the challenge rating, then I would say that automatically grants you 1 success towards digging Nigel out.
Just pretty low. Yeah. Yeah, nice.
So 1 success. Cal,
Success.
Ilkaas, the crystal.
Ilkaas would try and look for any signs of, well, anything where they could be with his investigation skill, but he also have the wand of magic detection for when he thinks he gets close and he can sense magic items on them under the snow.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. So make me a investigation check. It would lower the DC with the detect magic. Unfortunately, though, you're with how much is just I think you're just panicking because of what's just happened, and you're struggling to focus on it, and you're like looking back and forth between the magic items pinging off of other people and yourself, and you're just like getting overwhelmed.
Imagine he's just swinging the wand around like, why won't it work?
So
Tapping it like it's broken. Like, come on.
that does count as 1 failure. So 1 and 1 for Nigel.
Cal knows that. Fuck me, my fucking stats aren't right for this, but Cal knows that not all snow is the same snow, so he wants to use the survival skill to find points where a carefully placed blade or fist will start breaking up the snow a lot quicker than just digging straight down.
I like this a lot. Yeah, I've got a DC in mind.
Fuck me sideways.
Any inspirations?
No, I've got no.
To be fair, the only other type of snow I've heard of is yellow.
Unfortunately, that is a failure. So you're struggling as Nigel's got 2 failures. It's gonna be real bad, guys.
Casimir, help!
Casimir?
Is there anything Nigel can do?
I don't think Casimir's got much he can do. Nigel is already
Does
digging
Nigel
himself
try?
out. He's already trying to dig himself
right.
out, so... I don't think Casimir's got much he can do. He's proficient in Arcana, History, and Perception.
Help my badgers, Casimir!
Am I allowed to use athletics to see how if that helps me dig myself out?
Yeah, I'll allow Nigel to... I'll allow the person who's involved to contribute to the skill challenge. I think that's more than fair.
Thank you.
You're raging, so you got advantage.
You do have advantage.
Oh, advantage.
We need with that roll.
Oh, what are these rolls?
Oh no, I have inspiration.
Okay. The 21 is one more success.
Right.
2 and 2. This is going to be a very important roll because Nigel may die if this doesn't work. So it's between Farrah, Ilkaas, and Cal, and the crystal.
Is no one trying to save his father-in-law? Like, come on.
I will say, Cal has the spell scroll of Revivify.
Yeah.
What?
But we still need to get him out within a minute.
Yep.
Ilkaas has an idea. He's gonna use his Arcana to try and work out where the fuck they are and try and burn them out with He's gonna do Ice Storm, but it's gonna be a fucking Firestorm trying to melt it.
He already kind of knows where they are, so maybe that lowers it?
I would say with that, with a firestorm bursting through, that Ilkaas manages to open up the snow enough, and I would say that would count as an automatic success.
Well, I didn't roll though.
With certain spells, I would count as an automatic success in the same way that Farrah used her detect magic. So,
good thing I didn't.
So I would say that would count as an automatic success with that spell because it makes perfect sense for the situation for a firestorm to melt through the snow. So I'd say with that, Nigel is freed from the snow.
Would it? I hate to be this person. Would it hit Nigel?
Damage.
I think it probably would. Yeah. Nigel, what is it a dexterity save, Kieran?
Let me have a look.
On Ice Storm, I think it is.
Well, not that
He cast. He freaked out, so he cast it at level 4.
Yep.
It's a dex saving throw. Yeah.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw, not with advantage because you cannot see it coming, Nigel?
Oh.
But with that, and suddenly you see Nigel's form, who's just come up and he's just holding the dead body of his father-in-law and just...
Oh.
It still does damage, though.
Yeah, so roll the damage, Kieran, and it'll be half of it.
He's still raging.
Wait, it's more than that. Where is it?
13 points of fire damage then. I think Nigel's on about 5 HP or something now. 6 HP.
It would be less, wouldn't it? Because it's halved.
Yes. Sorry, yeah, you're right. So 6 points of damage to Nigel, not 13, my bad.
Is his rage not coming through? Is he still raging? Probably not.
Even if he is, it doesn't matter because it's fire damage.
Yeah.
It's only Blam who gets that.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Blamity.
Yeah.
So...
Pull you up, Nigel. Farrah gives you a giant hug, but immediately sends the animals over to Meadhan's direction.
Yeah, the skill challenge continues.
Point of order. This makes me cringe saying it. Nigel, I don't know how this works in your brain, DM. But not just because Nigel had 6 minutes of air, but Meadhan only had 4.
I'm gonna say you got 2 minutes to get Meadhan out. I think that would have taken half the time, especially with like 2 2 versus 3,
Well, I mean,
that was nearly 3 failures.
Bear in mind that whole time Meadhan would have been trying to get himself out, so
Yeah.
who knows what tricks he's got up his sleeve.
He's actually digging downwards.
I have embraced
Actually,
this
could
life.
be.
Would anybody tell Nigel that he needed to help get Meadhan out, or would he just kind of know?
You see fucking Farrah dashing over there with.
Yeah, everyone's
I just-
dashing over.
Yeah. But he can't see Meadhan in there, he just...
Oh, I see.
Oh.
Yeah, but I feel like Nigel would be like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Mhm.
They'd be like, Meadhan's under the snow or what have you.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Okey-doke.
with the badges, they last an hour, right, Hannah?
Yep.
I think that's a good enough spell to count as 1 success in the skill
Yeah.
challenge. Still, so 1 success towards freeing Meadhan.
Go on, Nigel, show us how it's done.
Can I do athletics again
Sir.
to try and...
Certainly can. You are no longer
Fucking-
raging, though, I would say.
Okay.
If you did want
I
to
was
rage to
gonna
get
say-
advantage.
Oh, yes, I think I will.
Okay, I'll allow it. So that would count as 2 failures. Okay, an 18 does count as a pass, though, as Nigel begins, as he rages and just starts just like pulling the snow apart with his bare hands.
Oh, wait. I wonder if any of the things have any help. Oh, no, it's the fucking flump. No, never mind. Yeah, the flump.
It's just watching you like, this is great.
Explode. I mean, I was thinking this whole time he would have just been repeatedly spamming Thunderwave.
Ooh, I fucking like
Oh.
that.
God, I don't.
Yeah, as well.
Yeah, that would go up and
It's a
come back
fucking-
down.
Avalanche zone, and you're gonna do Thunderwave.
That's why I like it.
Avalanche number 2, here we go.
Is that what he's doing, Steph?
At least once, give it a go. See if the ground starts rumbling.
The ground would definitely start rumbling around you.
Oh, is it that strong? Because like, if all the snow has already like been loosened, like, do you usually get a second avalanche that follows after the first?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, really?
If anything, they're more likely.
Yep.
Is Meadhan smart enough for that though, or does he just want to?
Roll a survival check for me if you want, and then I'll see if how.
Yeah, right, go on then.
I think he is not that dumb. He's not as dumb as Stefan.
Oh no, hell no. No, there's no way of that. I guess Earth Tremor would be just as bad.
Yeah.
Alright, hang on.
You've currently got 2 successes out of 3, and I'll just break Meadhan out.
Hang on. Alright. Let's try this one instead.
Calm
He'll
emotion.
cast Silent Image instead.
Okay.
Okay.
And he'll cast it pretty much just above himself so they can see where he is, how far down he
Holy
is.
shit, that's a fucking weirdly smart
I don't know,
idea.
His arm, his hand, he's probably like waving or
I
something.
definitely don't think that counts as an automatic success, but I will say I think that is enough to give whoever does the next check, or any check in terms of searching for Meadhan, I think they would get the equivalent of like a bless. I think that's pretty fair, like a D4 added to the roll.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't need to see where it is.
Yeah.
No, it's just within range.
Nice.
So it's just this ghostly hand kind of waving.
Okay, so yeah. If anyone wants to make another check, they can add a D4 to their roll.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Ilkaas will try an athletics. Ilkaas, cow.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Cows will try and just dig.
Okay.
Huh! Yeah.
D4 is enough.
Yeah.
Cal, you managed to pull the snow aside with the guidance of this spectral hand, and eventually you free Meadhan from the snow. That was fucking close.
Yeah.
Wait, wrong one.
Sweet bejesus.
Oh,
Sweet potatoes.
So, as the avalanche ends, and you find yourself sitting on the spot above where it just took place and where you've dug your friends out of barely, in Nigel's case.
yeah.
You'd probably go around giving everyone a hug.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Nigel's made it safe and give him an even bigger hug.
Farrah's giving big hugs. Helen, Nigel.
Sorry, I could not help more.
It's okay, Casimir. It's our best.
Nigel would just scoop him up in a big hug.
Yeah.
The crystal says, "What a relief, you're all still alive."
Oh, shit.
Thought you were gone then, Nigel. So it scared me like that.
Well, it was for nothing because he's dead anyway, and now I never know where my daughter is.
It's
And
okay,
he would-
Nigel. We'll find her.
He would start getting tearful because he's never going to find his child.
Well, you did get enough
Hey,
information
man.
to know that she was within Baldur's Gate somewhere.
Yeah, that's true.
He's
Oh,
not going
like-
to be the only one who knows where she is, surely.
Didn't he say he's got like someone else? I can't remember, another family member.
He said that he was keeping her somewhere within Baldur's Gate with a trusted friend.
Okay. Yeah, Farrah will take hold of Nigel's hand. She'll say, "We'll find her, Nigel. Don't you worry."
For now, I am just glad everyone is okay, except this guy.
Me too, Nigel.
Almost killed myself trying to do the right thing, and he's dead anyway.
Well, it's not your fault, Nigel. Wasn't it? Well, we saw the face, right, on the avalanche.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
exactly like Stefan said, like the sand in the mummy.
Oh, yeah. I think Strahd may have sent us a little message with this avalanche, but
You know, I'm beginning to not like that guy.
I think the feeling's
yeah.
mutual.
yeah.
When I find him, I'm going to rip him a new one.
See that you do, Nigel. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm. And he'd just like flop down in the snow.
Yeah, you just see Farrah like massive relief, and she also sits down in the snow, but it's cold as fuck, so kind of puts a blanket down.
Maybe we should rest before we go forward.
I think so, Casimir. Perhaps she looks around. Perhaps not in the middle of a avalanche zone, though.
Of course.
Anywhere but here. I used to like the snow.
Yeah. Yeah. So I assume we just find somewhere away from.
Yeah,
Avalanche.
you could definitely find. Do a survival check for me. Let's see.
If not, we could build an igloo.
Oh.
Let's build an igloo.
Yeah, I
Remember
think.
the dome? Ah, what a time.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I think with the 12, you managed to find a small, almost like a small cave, off to the side of the path, where the path once was, and you manage to find a place that's, I think it's safe enough for now for you to rest within.
Okay. How long have we got left of walking without exhaustion checks?
You've currently travelled 6 hours.
We've got 2 more hours. Okay.
That was a terrible roll. But on the walk, Cal would have been sort of silently praying to Elistray. Probably sort of having the scimitar out and going through some of the movements of the blade dances of Elistray. And he would do prayer of healing to 6 people. I will say, however, he would try it on the crystal, and it doesn't work on construct, so I don't know if it wouldn't work on the crystal.
It would work.
Okay. Then 10 healing to the crystal, 10 healing to Nigel, 10 healing to me, 10 healing to whoever else needs it, of 3 people.
Farrah needs 10.
Yep. There you go. It's literally, I have enough for everyone. 6 creatures.
Nice.
Is there enough for... Not for Casimir though, right? There's 7 creatures in total, I think.
Ilkaas, Farrah, Meadhan,
Yeah,
Nigel.
7.
Yeah.
Ilkaas take any damage?
He had 10 on him from somewhere.
Yeah, How in need is
No,
Casimir?
he's alright. It's fine. He could
Okay.
use a hit.
Then, yeah.
But yeah, I would say feel free to take a short rest during this time if you want to.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll rest.
Yeah, Farrah's sitting next to you, Nigel. She's got the produce flame on. You know, it's pretty cold still.
Yeah, he'd try and keep her warm where he could.
Yeah.
If we had... Oh, yeah, no, that answers that question. Thank you.
Did you take your 10 healing from Cal?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. 7 is 18.
Oh, shit rolls.
What's your song of rest done?
Hmm?
What is it? What did you roll?
Oh, you have to do a thing, don't I? It's gonna be a 1, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's always a 1. I think. That's
Swear to
just a rule.
God, I'm 2 HP away from total.
Oh. What did I say? What did I
Piece of
say?
shit. I'm not blowing another hit die.
Luckily, it was exactly what Casimir needed to be, Max, so...
There you go.
Oh, luckily.
You're welcome.
Is the crystal burning any, George?
God, what's this? Sorry, what?
Taking a short rest, so...
Oh yeah, I have a hit dice. And do I get 1 HP from the Song of Rest?
You get 10 from Cal and 1 from the Song of Rest, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll probably do some hit dice. Let's do some of those. Oh, I've got lights. There we go. That'll do.
What, George, you sound like, I don't know, like, hello!
Oh, sorry.
I don't know why it's echoey.
It's not too bad for me.
I don't know what it is.
That's
Alright, guys. Can we survive on 3 first level spell slots?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And if we don't, it's all your fault.
Oh no. Yeah, Ilkaas has got quite a lot, right?
Enough, sort of.
Yeah, so are you guys continuing to push on?
Yeah, I think we've
Wait,
got 2
is
hours, right?
Sorry, is it on this that I can do the thing that gives people, is it bolstering magic that gives people a spell slot back?
Ooh, well remembered. Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice.
Can't remember how much it does if you look in your features.
It's 1d3.
So
Oh,
roll
wait.
D6 and halve it.
D6 and half it.
Lame. That's would be 1. I
It's a
think.
2.
A 2, right?
No, it's a
Yeah,
2.
you're right. So 1, 2. Yeah, that's actually not bad.
So he would give that to Ilkaas, Farrah, and Cal.
You got to roll separately each time.
Oh, right, sorry.
Sorry?
Did not realise that.
Who's
So
that
that
one for?
one's for Ilkaas, that one's for Farrah,
Nice.
and that one is for Cal.
Sweet.
Sorry, love.
No, Paladin's a low-level spell slot, so that suits me fine. That was the right order.
Yeah, that would definitely.
Yeah,
work.
Conjure animals
sorry, that was just the way the order I said them in, so I just thought that was
Yeah.
better do it.
Worked out perfectly.
Nice.
Sorry, Kieran.
He says, alright. I'll see you first day again.
Yeah. That's all my stuff.
So, are you continuing to push forward?
I think so. We've got 2 hours of walking, right? So we can get to the bridge, or near the bridge. Past the bridge?
I mean, what are we following now? How do we know which way to go?
Good point.
That's a very good point. You definitely have to start making survival checks, I think.
If I were to fly and try and scout around for one, how does that work in the snow?
I would say that you could make your survival check with advantage.
What do we think, guys? Should I do that?
Yes,
The
please.
snow? Okay. Yeah, turn to big old bird. Try and find this obelisk, the next one.
If you don't make a...
Advantage survival. Yep.
Okay. I'd say it takes you about an hour, but eventually you do come across another obelisk, which points in a southeasterly direction.
Okay. Did I see anything else on my travels?
Do a perception check.
Oh, it's nearly a 20.
With the fact that you're focused on looking for this obelisk, I think you see very little. You might occasionally see some elk, like some giant elk.
Hang on a minute. I think Eagle gets advantage on perception. So should I do it again?
Yeah, do it again. Yeah, that's fine.
Although I'm not sure because
18. I think similarly you are still very focused on looking thing. I think you would definitely spot some elk off in the distance, and more notably, I think as you're searching at one point, you look above you, and in the clouds once again you still see this huge shadow.
Is it still moving about? Is it still going the same direction?
It's just almost circling, but maybe in a huge area that you're not entirely sure of.
Oh, the bat's still there.
You're not sure from this height. You could try and climb higher and see if you could see them through the clouds.
We go a little bit higher.
You'd have to go right into the clouds. They are seemingly within the clouds themselves, or the whatever it is.
No, that's too scary. Let's go back down.
Okay. So after about another hour, taking you up to about, I'd say about 1 o'clock, you manage to find the obelisk with Farrah's help, and it directs you in a southeasterly direction. At this point, the mountain has definitely dipped down, but now you can see that the climb ahead of you comes back upwards, and the obelisk is pointing off in that direction.
Okay.
So travel another hour, and as you do, eventually as the climb becomes steep again and your legs once again are sort of hating you for putting them through this, for another section of your day. The shelf of rock on which the mountain road clings to grows more and more narrow. To your left, the icy cliffs rise sharply towards dark, rolling clouds. And to your right, the ground falls away into a sea of fog at this point. You can't see below us, well, you're very high up at this point. You, ahead though, you begin to, as you're slowly marching forward, you begin to see through wind and snow what looks like a high wall of black stone lined with spikes, and you can just about make out that it's topped by statues of demonic-looking vultures with horned heads. And as you see this, Casimir places a hand on your side, Cal, and he just says, "We have found it. Solenka Pass. I think we are getting closer."
What should we expect here?
All I know is that Solenka Pass was once watched over as a like a watch tower by an ancient army.
Cal's like looking up at the gargoyles and squinting.
And as you're approaching this, I will move you over to this site, which is what you see.
It's still a bird unless it's been 4 hours.
It's not been 4 hours, it's been about an hour.
Okay. Searching for an hour as well, so it's 2 hours. Okay.
Holy shit! Does it look green?
It looks fine.
It does. And you can see that set into the centre of the wall is a closed iron portcullis, and behind which burns a curtain of green flame. On the other side of the dark wall, like gripping the mountain's edge, you can see a guard tower of white stone, topped by like golden statues of mighty warriors, but they're like really faded, and the stone, I know it doesn't look white in the picture so much, but it looks like it would have been once like a really beautiful white stone, but it's more just faded over time. You can see, even from here, with how huge they are, emblazoned on the shields of these statues are the faded symbols of the Delmorian Empire, a familiar sight after your ordeal within the Tome of Strahd, and very familiar to Ilkaas through the history books of his father's library. You can see this gatehouse stands about 30 feet high, and the adjoining walls are about 20 feet high and lined with stone spikes. So you can see these are about 30 feet, and this is about 20 feet.
Okay.
And then once, now you've seen that, I can move you to this map.
How clearly can we see this flame from however far away?
Very clearly. It's very obvious.
Does it?
So if
Does
you
it sort of look like it's contained on atop a sconce or something, or does it look like the whole place is?
It's like a wall of green fire, just like a complete solid wall of it. It seems to just be within the doorway of this within this iron portcullis, like behind it.
Okay. Are we supposed to be able to see properly? Or...
Very
sorry, let me update that. You would be able to see at this point. Bear with me. Let's quickly drag Casimir out. To update his token.
Oh, he's tiny.
Yeah, I'm gonna update his token quickly because it keeps making him tiny. Edit. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. have to read out my page. 1 second, sorry. Anytime, roll 20.
Anytime.
Pages.
Okay. Update the lighting for you. So it is daytime. Should be able to see now, hopefully.
Bit better, yeah.
Yeah, if you guys want to place your tokens down here, it's a fairly big map, so you may need to scroll down. So, let me just quickly grab. You're currently standing before the gatehouse, as I described. It is covering the entire path, moving down. These slopes are sloping down. They're essentially sheer cliff face drops.
Okay.
And above you can see, like I said, there are two almost like gargoyle, like vulture-like statues sitting atop these two.
Can you go back to the other map a second?
Of course.
Just 1 second.
Yeah, of course.
So can Farrah fly up to this bit up here and look and land and just look in?
Yeah, of course. I'll move you back to the other map and I'll tell you what you see. So, I'll move you up to, you sort of be like up. I'll put you here so you can actually see. Sorry, I'll put you in the wall. So, from what you can see, Farrah, there is, beyond, you can see a large bridge over here that is running over a large river. And there is, do a perception check for me as well.
A bridge? What?
Let me see.
All I see is this big thing in the middle.
Let me see what you can see. I'll move you up a bit more because I think she would be able to see it from this angle. Bit better?
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see one. Yep.
So
what did you want? A perception?
Perception, yes, please, if that's right.
I'm an eagle. Can I do it with advantage?
Yeah, of course, yeah. 19. So you can see that atop this tower here, you can see the gold-plated statues standing atop the battlements facing outward, like in the picture below. Now, on closer inspection, you can see that each one depicts what looks like a female human knight holding a lance. And a cold wind stirs the snow, under which you can see this sort of towers with them hanging out, and you can see just about with a 19, it looks like there's a trap door on top of this thing. Further along the bridge, you can see that there's the stone bridge, and then there's like a stone arch on the end, and atop each one are two statues of armored knights on horseback with lances that look like they're charging towards each other.
Pretty cool. Can I also see the bridge as it is in the picture?
With a 19, yeah, I think so. You can see that it's definitely doesn't look like completely intact. It's still standing. It's like it looks usable, but it definitely seems like it's old.
It's in better days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just some statues, a trapdoor on top of this thing, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there like a door leading into it at all at the bottom?
Yes, there is.
Okay. And just a bridge over here.
Mm-hmm. That's about
with
all you can
statues. See. Okay.
But anything further along the bridge is starting to it's starting to get too hard to see, really. With a 19, you have to roll a bit higher.
Fair. Just debating whether or not to go even further in.
Just quickly check something. Because
Yeah.
you're currently technically back here, right?
Yeah, back out this outside.
Yeah, in fact, I don't think you would be able to see the bridge, like, damaged. You'd be able to see that on top of the statues. From here,
Just
the
the
cliff is
statues.
too much. It's too
Put me in the
round.
water. Yeah.
Sorry, I mean, for fuck's sake. Yeah, you're really, like, you haven't really bypassed the gatehouse yet. You're more sitting just on the mountain
So
up here.
Just saying that there's a bridge.
Yeah, you can make out the bridge just about, but I don't think you can see much else.
Okay. So no, can't see the statues.
Just, I think you probably see the statue on the right, but probably not on the left. But you can fly further through if you choose to.
No. I mean, no, I don't think so. Not unless anybody wants me to, particularly. She'll fly back down.
Okay.
Weird. Will not turn back. So with a talon, she will draw a picture on the dirt, on the snow. What she saw.
Very crude picture.
Yep.
What does the picture show? Like bridge broken.
Yeah, very like basic stuff. So you just show the wall. There's like a circle with a little trap door on it, and a statue, and then a bridge with a statue. Yeah. Depicted by a little stick man.
I almost feel like there should be like a performance check or something. Something like.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Do a performance check for me.
Whoops.
Let's see how accurate
Yeah,
you can
I'll have to
translate
do
the
it.
information.
There's a bird. Where's my giant eagle gone? There it is. Performance is. Oh no, performance is charisma.
Yeah, I think you keep your
Yeah,
head
so
outside.
it's be Farrah's.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not great.
No, it's just a
13,
flat
I
one.
think it's like... It's about as Farrah described it, to be honest. It's pretty average. It's not like completely terrible, but it's not amazing enough to really describe any specific details. You can just see a bridge, a path, and like a tower with what looks like a trapdoor maybe in the top.
Okay. Cal will look at Farrah Burb and say, any enemies?
She'll shake her head.
Any obvious mechanism to do with that? And he points at the green fire.
Not what you could see.
Was that Lewis?
Not
No?
what you could see, no.
I think she'll just shrug and shake her head.
Ilkaas would say to Casimir, do you have any idea what we could find in there?
I have no idea. I am sorry. All I know is this pass was supposed to be along the way and close to the Amber Temple.
Well, you better get going.
It going through the fire?
Just looks at him. Yeah?
So is there fire on the actual gate then?
It's like behind the gate, but it's like it's
Behind the
within
gate.
the gateway. It's like it's definitely blocking your way through.
And the way in. Okay. So can Farrah go and try and see if there's a better way in?
If you want to
Just
try and
from-
fly over the gatehouse and look down, then yeah.
Yeah.
I could just bombard it with an ice storm and see if it goes out.
I mean, it might alert people. But I can't say it 'cause I'm a burb.
Looking around.
I mean, it's an idea. Apologies, cut myself out. He'd say it's an idea and say perhaps we should wait until Farrah's done scouting.
Okay.
That's me.
Go to
That's me.
Stefan, sorry.
Yeah, so Farrah will go do a bit more scouting. She's going to go around the side a little bit.
Tell me where you're moving exactly.
Yeah, let me just get my bird back out. I don't have vision on this bird, by the way.
Just move your regular token. Don't worry about. I'm assuming
fine.
you're in bird form, so don't worry. Okay, so as you get to there, Farrah, and the rest of you see that as Farrah flies and bypasses the gatehouse, you see the two statues of these vulture-like creatures begin to like shudder and move, and suddenly where stone begins to like crack off, and you hear like a as it begins to crack and fall off, and flesh is revealed beneath, and you see two creatures, vulture-like creatures. I will post in the chat what they look like.
Oh boy.
What?
Crystal and Nigel updated their hills since the short rest.
What was that?
Have Crystal and Nigel updated their hills since
I
the short rest?
I don't think so on Roll20, no.
Oh, I did. Sorry, since when?
Since the short rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she didn't get full.
Okay.
What is up?
So, if everyone could please roll initiative for me.
Oh no.
That's not surprised, right? I can't be surprised.
No, there's no surprise. You see them over the course of maybe 10 seconds transforming.
It is no surprise. It's D&D. A gargoyle can't just be a gargoyle.
Feel free to do nature checks. Anyone who wants to see if they know what these creatures are.
Yeah.
One of them stony horned vultures, isn't it?
Cal doesn't know. Ilkaas is not sure. Farrah's not sure.
Alright, I'll give it a go.
Meadhan's not. Meadhan or Nigel aren't sure. Nope, none of you know.
Don't be big flappy things!
It's a flappy!
Fucking stone bird, isn't it?
It's a rock chicken. Let's eat it.
Alright.
Gargoyle nugget.
So everyone on turn on Farrah, Nigel, Cal, Krista, Meadhan. Okay, that's perfect. No,
Casimir.
Thank you. Nigel's father-in-law is bit the dust.
Fiddle do do.
What about Kaz?
Yeah, I'm just rolling him now. Hold on.
Wonder which circle of hell he went to.
That'll be. He can show it when we do Avernus.
That'd be so good.
Right, so Farrah, you're up first. Currently in eagle form.
Yeah, let me get my eagle out. I need the HP. So they're here, right?
They're currently atop the gatehouse. They've just started transforming and cracked and.
Yeah. So she's gonna fly back around over here to there, and ready an attack in case they come over. So she's like 20 feet in the air.
Okay.
For attack. Slightly back with everyone.
Nigel, it's your go.
Do we want to fight it?
Do
Do we want to kill it, or do we want to just run away, or do we make friends?
They do not look friendly, I'll say that much.
Okay, alright, maybe not. Well, fuck, I don't have a rage slot left. So,
Ooh.
where actually are they? Because I can't
They
see
are
them.
atop these. I don't know
Oh,
if you
right,
can-
okay.
I'll move them down a bit so
I
you can see.
will.
Yeah, like, here.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna witch bolt one of them.
You in range?
That one. I've got 30, maybe. Didn't look though, did I? Because I'm a fucking idiot. We'll move up a bit to sort of here. And then do a left go.
How high are they in the air?
They're about 30 feet up.
Oh bloody hell.
Witch bolt, yeah, witch bolt ain't gonna reach from there, unfortunately.
No. Damn! I'm gonna throw a javelin at it.
Okay, I think it would be at disadvantage because it's. I think javelin's 30 feet, right? 30, 120.
30,
That's
120,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. The disadvantage, but you can still throw it.
Okay.
Yay!
16, nice. It does actually hit.
11.
11 damage, not bad. However, it does not seem to do as much damage as you like because these are non-magical javelins.
God.
Been a while
Okay.
since we've had that.
Yep. Okay, I mean, I suppose, can I throw another javelin?
Yeah, you got multi-attack. Yeah, hits.
Does it do half damage, or does it do
Yes.
no damage
Half
at all?
damage.
Oh, okay.
It does seem
okay,
to do some, but yeah. It's,
okay. Just
seems,
until I can get up there.
just seems to
I
be
can beat
weakened.
them up.
Okay, Ilkaas, it's your go.
So, Ilkaas, they merged out stone, right?
Yeah, the stone was like a statue, and then it slowly started to move slightly like an automaton, and then the stone itself started to crack around them, and then underneath the stone, beneath it was these
Okay.
creatures.
So he's going to cast Ice Storm, but he's going to make it an Acid Storm instead.
Oh, baby.
Because it corrodes stone, doesn't it?
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's a 20-foot radius, so I think he's going to do it right in the middle of...
Okay, if you want to draw it out, somebody for me. Even just like that, sort of.
It's a bit bigger than that, I think.
Maybe. Oh, nice. Huge.
I think even that's a bit small. Okay. It should be a bit wider.
So, something like that?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah. Okay.
So each creature must make a dexterity saving throw.
So it's the one on the left. It's a 23. One on the right gets a 16.
Yeah. So they take half of that.
So 12 bludgeoning, which is magical. And then... Oh, wait, they take half of the bludgeoning, don't they?
So
And then half of the cold, which is 12, so another
acid.
acid. So it doesn't seem to have any particular strong effects or weak effects. It just seems to do normal damage as far as we can tell.
Okay. Let's just see if he's got a bonus action.
Man, I'd be really excited to use these enemies.
No.
Oh, they should have had advantage on that check, by the way, as well. Forgot to do it. They passed anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
As you hit them, Ilkaas, you notice two things. One, when the acid slams down into this green flame area, as it's about to hit the green flame, it just disappears.
Ooh.
And
Right.
secondly, as you cast it, you hear a voice in your head
Ooh.
that just says, "You dare tread on sacred ground!"
He's like, is that Strahd? I've never heard him before.
That's true. Yeah.
Meadhan, it's your go.
not entirely sure what these things are going to be capable of, so...
Oh, and it's
When
difficult
Nigel-
terrain, sorry, as
okay.
well.
Well, are they flying? Or
They're
do you
currently
just think
standing on top of the gate, but
Okay.
yeah, they do have
Maybe they
wings.
But whether or not they're, what's the word? When they've got wings, but they don't actually work. Can't remember the word. I'm going to throw a javelin.
Okie doke. Disadvantage.
What? I'm 30 feet away.
They are 30 feet
They're up.
Oh! Wait.
Like directly up.
So that would be 30 feet away and 30 feet upward.
Yeah, they are probably just outside your range, to be honest.
What? Oh god.
If they're 30 feet up in the air, to be 30 feet away from them, you need to be directly beneath them.
Yeah.
Correct. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. Alright. Let's just get dodgy.
He's a dodgy lad.
Okay, it's just he dodging and nice.
Feeling
Okay.
dodgy. And he might just shimmy a bit closer then. Think about that.
Oh, don't you have... No, it doesn't matter.
I do, but...
I mean, yeah, if they pop one, then you have another attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm so excited to use these enemies.
Ooh.
Ruh-roh.
Yeah, to start by rolling for this one on the right, it's going to use its action. It's going to roll a D100. Oh shit, it got it! So, it's got a 30% chance to summon.
What?
Summon a what?
bitch.
Another one.
Yeah.
What?
Fuck me. I know what these are. God damn it.
And this one here.
Bitch, please, what?
Yep.
They look like sticks.
Quickly. They do look like Skeksis, didn't they? That's so funny. This one, what does it want to do? Yeah, I like that. It's gonna fly this way. It's difficult terrain up to here, so 40 feet to there. It will then fly 10 feet downwards, so it's like hovering 10 feet in the air here.
Oh.
Yeah, Farrah.
Okay. I am 20 feet in the air, so I assume
You're
I can't.
still within
shit.
10 feet. You're still within 10 feet of it.
Oh yeah, it was from my.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
my held action. Yeah.
Okay, it's going to let out its stunning screech, rather, sorry. So could you all please make a Constitution saving throw? This thing will also make one.
Not Ilkaas, right?
No. So, Farrah, Cal, and Nigel. Nigel's absolutely fine.
Said Farrah's 20 feet in the air.
Yes.
But this thing is 10 feet in the air, so it's...
No, I was checking whether she got Cal's save buff.
Oh, right, yeah. The rock
So,
passes.
remind me again, in animal form,
Mhm.
do I get?
It's
Do I
the
get
con
the
of the eagle.
thing?
The con of the eagle,
Is-
yeah.
It's the con of the eagle, but do I get the benefits of the items? Because I get +2 on saves.
Yes, yeah, that's fine. Because it's not really an item, the
Like,
beacon.
+2.
It's a, yeah.
Yeah, but one of them is an item.
That's fine. I'm not going to punish you for massively. Like, I think if it's a passive effect, it's okay. So in my eyes, that's just how I see it.
Yeah. So it's
I
a
might
+2.
be wrong, rules as written, but I don't think it's a huge
I mean,
deal.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So it's this +2.
It's 2, it's 15, which is just enough. To pass, so yeah, you do all pass. And then this final one that's just suddenly appeared next to Cal is going to Yeah, it's gonna fly to this point here. So I think Cal would get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'll take it. Booyah.
$13 misses, unfortunately.
Go.
Okay.
And-
Oh, sorry. There was a thing, and I was desperate to make myself remember it. Oh, I have to hit it with the opportunity attack. Okay, don't mind.
So, let me understand this. So, for sakes,
I didn't hear anything on you.
I did.
Damn it, Kieran!
It was a ghost in the machine.
Yes, I heard it too. I believe it was Hannah's thing fucking up.
Oh, that's right then, because I thought it was just me and I was a bit scared.
Can you draw that square on for me, Tom? There, like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Kieran.
So,
No problem.
Farrah, Cal, and the Crystal, could you please make a Constitution saving throw for me?
Not in range of my 5 feet attack, is it?
No.
Where's my con gone? This +2. Hey.
Farrah fails, the other two do pass. So Farrah, you take...
Mhm.
Oh no, sorry, you are poisoned,
Oh, okay.
and you, at the start of your turn, you take this much damage. 9 points of poison damage.
Okay.
And
Is that
that
Farrah
lasts...
itself or the eagle?
Well,
Or both?
yeah, it would last, as long as it's still on, it lasts, continuing. So you can repeat the save at the end of your turn, but yeah, otherwise you are poisoned. That is the Rock's turn. Casimir is going to... what do you do? Yeah, I think he's seen the crystal in action. He's going to run up behind the crystal, and he's like, here you go. And he's going to cast Fly on the crystal.
Nice.
Yes.
The flying crystal.
It's like an asteroid.
And then
Yep.
he is also going to retreat back slightly. That is his turn. Cal, it's your go. He's concentrating as well.
Nothing's within melee range as it's all flying.
Mm-hmm. About 10 feet up, both of them.
So out comes the dancing scimitar, and he will attack this one.
Yep.
With his bonus action.
It definitely hits. 6 slashing,
6
which is magical.
slashing damage. Yep. And for his action, good spell for this maybe. Yeah, fuck it, why not? It's a drow magic thing anyway. He will try and angle a cube to hit the 2 Vrock. So he's angling it like above him, but not hit Farrah.
Yep.
He's casting Fairy Fire.
Ooh, cool. Dex save, right?
Yeah.
So the one,
13.
one below you gets a 16, and the
Pass.
one above you gets 24.
Pass. That is my turn.
Dope. The crystal, who is
Look at
now
that.
flying.
Yeah, my save DC is not very high.
What's this wing on me?
So you've got these like they're almost like gargoyle vulture type creatures that have kind of like cracked out from the stone that were once statues atop the gatehouse, and they've like flown towards you. This one has like let out this like awful spores that you managed to shrug off. This one has let out this awful shriek, and this one managed to summon another one. And currently you've got this one of them in front of you. Casimir, he ran up to you and he casts Fly on you, so you can feel yourself like floating slightly above the ground, and you've got a flying speed of 60 feet.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so fucking cool. Floating crystal.
These are currently 10 feet in the air, flying above you, but with your flying speed, I think you're probably gonna be alright.
Yeah, well, I'll fly up and punch this guy.
Yeah. 21 hits. 8 plus D8.
Number one.
22 hits.
Yeah.
Bonus action. Oh, a 13 misses though, unfortunately.
Oh no. I'm going to do another one now. Flurry of blows.
Nice. 25 hits. 5. It's 5.
And maybe it falls prone?
Ooh, good shout. Dex save for it. It gets a 17, which I think passes.
Blast.
Yeah, these things are pretty dexterous. Alright, and that is the end of the round. I think with that, we will call today's session here, if that's okay with everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on.
I had a turn
Wow.
idea.
You have to
Forget what
leave
it is.
for next time.
Yeah, write it down.
Oh,
Write it down on the page.
Yeah, good do.
Yeah. well, I was actually going to have to ask if Lewis will let me do it first. But...
Ah, one of those ideas.
I was going to say, this third one that just popped into existence,
Yes.
did it seem like any different to the other two, or does it just seem identical?
It looks identical, from what you can tell.
It doesn't look, I don't know.
Can you grapple with the things
That's
wings
bullshit.
and around it? You can certainly try, yeah. 100%, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really
Hey,
cool.
if Grey can ride a fucking, what are they called?
Beholder.
Holder, that's the one.
Holy shit, my life, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Apparently a lot of people try that. Apparently it's quite
Yeah, man.
not a completely uncommon thing for a person to
Great
try
idea.
and ride a beholder. It's a really
So you get paralyzed instantly and just fall off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good shit.
That was good times. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed that session.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good,
good.
great.
I like that avalanche bit.
Yeah, that
Jesus.
was tense as shit.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm glad I put that in the end.
Cool.
Was that in the original campaign, or did you like
No,
come up with it or something?
It's a slightly adjusted thing from one of the subreddit creators.
Nice.
Although it was my idea to put the mummy face in the snow.
Is there like any way to avoid it? Did we do anything wrong, or was it just going to happen us passing through the mountains?
It was just going to happen. You passed through the mountains with Strahd, as you could probably tell, considering his face was in it. It
Yeah.
wasn't a
He's
natural
like-
avalanche. Let's put it that
Shake
way.
his hands.
Yeah,
Like Dick Dastardly.
pretty much. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't a completely natural avalanche, so it wasn't something you necessarily could have avoided, unless you went a completely different way, I suppose.
You know, you're properly worried when you're like scraping through your character sheet, just like, there's gotta be something here.
Yep. Yep.
Help, Nigel! Meadhan, no!
And the ghost voice Anja was these things. I would just say have telepathy.
What?
What
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
are these turkey things?
Turkeys.
They are super fucking cool.
Turkeys.
I disagree.
They are a really cool enemy to use.
They're just popping into existence like rabbits.
It's a 30% chance that it even works, and I got it.
Oh,
That's pretty high.
Yeah, I know, but still.
oh. I've got 3 first level spell slots and 1/3 thanks to Nigel.
These things are not. I would say these things are not easy. They're pretty hard.
Yeah, I
So,
think it's a
yep.
tough one.
Yeah.
Especially with Nigel not having any rages.
Yep.
Has Meadhan got any rages?
Couple.
Okay.
You're the tank now, Meadhan.
Yeah.
Nigel's javelin boy. It's okay.
Cal got spell
He
slots.
still does like 40 damage per turn. Or something. I don't know. Does Cal have spell slots, Tom?
He has a few. 2 first level, 1 second level, and I can do the channel divinity thing if I need to convert for another second level.
Oh, okay. Ilkaas.
He's got 3 first level, 1 second, and 1/3.
Okay.
And he can convert his first 3 points, I guess.
Oh yeah, how many of them has he got left?
5? No, 4.
Oh, okay.
Casimir's got 3 4th levels, 1 3rd level, 2 second levels, and 4 first levels. So
Oh, he's got quite a lot.
he's still got quite a few. Yeah.
He'll be fine. We just party wipe here, and Lewis has done loads of planning for the future, and we're like, that's for killing us.
Yeah. I was going to jump off the cliff just to screw you over, Lewis.
I was, as soon as it was like the rock stand before mine, and I was like, I'm standing right next to a cliff. I sure as fuck hope I don't get shoved off this.
Yep.
Yup.
Oh. Right. Thank you, guys. I'm going to go now.
Thank you, night.
Yep.
Bye.
Thanks all.
Laters, taters.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.